What you do lives after you. What you say about others haunt you in the future. And so all we do is to put Liberia first in all our activities, all of what we do. We want to say good evening to you. Welcome to the program, Issues of Today, right here on Voice of Liberia. And we want you to invite someone to listen. Like we usually converse here to talk about issues of our country, Mama Liberia. Today is Wednesday, and today happens to be the 7th of December, 2022. And so we have roughly, we're counting weeks to 2023, at which time we will listen to the politicians. We will listen to all of their rhetorics. The politicians are very good people. But what's happening in Liberia, folks? We're back here today again to talk about the issues in our country, Liberia. We're back here today again to afford you the opportunity so we all can sit around the table to disagree and agree for the betterment of Liberia. We're back here again today so that we can straighten contradictions. We are back here today to do what we love to do the best for our country, Liberia. So, hope the producer can come and get the links to our correspondence. You want to get the producer? And so, we've come again today to say hello to you, and we want to say thank you to you for always listening. But today we're going to do strange thing, yeah, and just so you know, it's not a strange news. We are here to stay. Okay, folks. On today's edition, we gonna have important discussions, and part of the discussion. How many of you saw on Facebook two of the opposition political leaders in a chartered flight to Nigeria? And as a matter of fact, the daughter of Benina Ure, I'm told, has a business or something running in Nigeria. And they must have gone there for maybe a meeting or so whatsoever, which I cannot tell you. But I'm looking at it from the point where you have the folks. I'm looking at it from the point where you have the folks that way usually complain about the president on a charter flight, a private jet. We'll talk about that. Don't worry. We're going to talk about it. It's very important to talk about it. It's very, very important. You cannot be telling us you want to make the change, and you yourself, you are even doing worse than what you want to make in terms of the change you want to bring. So we'll talk about it. So we will talk about it today on the program. And also, one of our sister programs by the name of Citizens Voices. Today we had that, and we were able to listen to Liberians about their thoughts on the governance of the country, and also their thoughts on the quote-unquote upcoming rally. It is not that we want to give that much more credence, or we want to use our platform to make people to be aware of the rally. No, we're an independent radio station. We support everyone. And we think the rights of people to protest or to have a rally should be guaranteed under the Constitution of Liberia. But we're also not going to sit here and encourage you to say go and have a rally. And so today we're going to provide some, analysis about this entire rally. And that's going to be backed by what the citizens are saying out there. And on the flip side, we'll allow you to call and tell us if it is important to have a rally within December as we move towards 2023 elections. We don't have long time to elections. So today we're going to talk about that as well. It will interest you to know, and we have a very good discussion about that. You listen to what Liberians are saying about the quote unquote upcoming rally. What are their thoughts? What is it they're saying? And much more. But before then, let me go to the international correspondence. Let me speak with my international correspondents on the program. The very first stop going to be to Sierra Leone, where we're going to talk to the man John Whitfield. John will join us from Freetown, Sierra Leone program. Detailed information about over 100 policymakers, researchers, members of civil society, and other stakeholders have gathered at a conference in Sierra Leone to discuss tax collection for the country development. John joins us on the program from Freetown, Sierra Leone. John, good evening.
Thank you for having me, Circle.
Why are we not seeing your face? How you doing in Sierra Leone?
I am doing awesome. Now you can see me in my green, white, and blue.
Thank you very much, John. How important is this conference to the country that is currently taking place in Sierra Leone?
Well, we all know that tax is the machinery that lubricates any country's economy. And for countries to survive and develop, tax plays a key role. So the conference is so important, particularly coming at this point in time when we're about to close 2022, God willing, so that we will have a retrospect of what has been happening with our tax situation, how the tax ecosystem has been going, what government has been doing on the aspect of accountability and also on the aspect of equity. So this conference is very, very important because for the very first time, researchers come together to give what has been their empirical findings, both being qualitative as well as quantitative, to the development of the country.
What will be discussed that will impact the tax ecosystem in the country?
So there are a lot of issues that they'll be discussing. One has to do with tax informality. There's this misconception that the informal sector does not pay tax, especially when it comes to businesses and households. What's also interesting is that there are many people who pay taxes. They don't even know why they pay their taxes. They don't know the types of taxes they pay. Also, they'll be talking about, governance and tax. And this has to do with the aspect of accountability. All over Africa, especially for the low-income countries, citizens will tell you that we're paying a tax, but we are not seeing the returns in terms of development. Communities are not feeling the impact. So they're also going to discuss these issues. And also there is this argument by political scientists that when you increase the revenue base of every country, they say put your mouth where your money is. People will become interested. They will take ownership. And at the end of the day, they can hold governments to account. So all of these issues will be discussed today and a way out will be filed.
Has Sierra Leone's tax system been that favorable in bringing development to the country, seeing the way, like you said, people paying their taxes, and they don't see the development in which they pay their taxes for?
Yes, one would say yes, though we know there are challenges because today, if apart from grants being received from international organizations, but if you see roads have been made, if you see buildings have been built, if you see offices have been erected, or if you see certain things happening structural wise, we have to understand that these monies come from tax as well. If we see our football national team, even though receiving money from the FA, but still receiving money from the government of Sierra Leone, these are taxpayers' money. If you see the president moving here and there, these are taxpayers' monies. Yes, there are developments, but there have been loopholes as well. There have been huge communication gap because when government receives these taxes, they don't come back to tell people what they do with them. So obviously there have been doubts, but there have been major improvements.
What is the expectation from the organizers in the end of the conference that is currently taking place in Sierra Leone?
So when I spoke with them in my program yesterday, they told me that at the end of the conference, they will be providing recommendations. And these recommendations, they are hoping that government will take them into deep consideration, especially now that our parliament is currently debating the 2023 budget, which they say is for the vulnerable people. So these are all the things that will influence the outcome of our budgeting process. So they're hoping that government takes the recommendation very seriously, and at the end of the day, it becomes a result-oriented conference.
Thank you very much, John Wakefield, for joining us on the program today from Sierra Leone on
Thank you.
issues of today on Voice of Liberia. We go to Lesotho to talk to our Lesotho correspondent, where I'm told the Millennium Challenge Corporation Vice President is on a 2-day visit in the country to underscore the United States' commitment to the success of the MCC's current compact with Lesotho. Poloko is our Lesotho correspondent. He joins us now on the program. Poloko, good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you very much, Seku. Good evening.
Tell us more about this visit. What are the major items covered by the Vice President of the Millennium Challenge Corporation?
Okay, so like you mentioned, the Millennium Challenge Corporation Deputy President is on a two-day visit to Lesotho. She arrived yesterday, and she's expected to continue her visit the main meetings that started today, and they're expected to end tomorrow. So the reason that she was here was to come and talk with the new government on some of the recommendations that MCC had recommended that Lesotho should implement in order to receive the results of the another compact or this aid from the Millennium Challenge. So some of the things that have been covered in the meeting today was that Lesotho needs to implement some of the implementations like ensuring that there are strict laws that ensure that human trafficking is capped in Lesotho, corruption is capped in Lesotho, and Lesotho should also implement the reforms like legislative reforms and a lot of reforms that deal with money intelligence.
What were the agreements reached at the end of the visit on today?
The agreements that have been reached is that Lesotho should complete those recommendations within the next 3 months, which will be in March 2023, so that Lesotho could receive another boost from the Millennium Challenge Corporation. It has also been agreed that those laws should be, especially that one of human trafficking, should be implemented as soon as possible. This is because a lot of people have been trafficked from Lesotho to other countries without any laws that ensure their safety.
People being trafficked from Lesotho to other countries, is it because of the living condition? What are the reasons why people are being trafficked?
Okay, they say a high unemployment. We have a high unemployment rate in Lesotho. So some of the reason is that some people need jobs, and our nearest country, which is South Africa, because we are completely surrounded by South Africa. A lot of people move to South Africa and seeking jobs, and most people come to Lesotho to traffic them, telling them that they will assist them with job, but you end up getting reports in the next say 2 months after they leave that was actually not a job, but it was actually human trafficking.
Is Lesotho a country free from corruption, or the corruption rate in Lesotho is very high, looking at insecurity as well?
We have a very high rampant corruption, like as I could tell you now, a few days ago, there's also the Auditor General had actually held a press conference to discuss the 6.1 million, which she had indicated in her report that it was actually missing. So that is just an example of how high corruption is. We also have some ministers who were charged with corruption, but because of the high backlog at the courts, their cases are never concluded. So we have a high corruption rate in Lesotho.
Thank you very much, Poloko, our Lesotho correspondent, on joining us from Lesotho on the program. Tonight we go to Tanzania, where we're going to talk to our Tanzania correspondent. Tanzania and that of Zambia government have embarked on intergovernmental talks on conversation of Tanzania-Zambia Mafuta pipeline to transport finished petroleum products within the country. Joining us now on the program is Luambando. Our will tell us more about this. Luambando, good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much, Sekri Sharif. Good evening.
And it's good to have you tonight on the program. Can you explain to us what kind of negotiations have been for the two Southern African countries?
Of course, it is true that Tanzania and Zambia governments have embarked on the intergovernmental talk on the conversation of Tanzania Zambia Mafuta pipeline to transport finished petroleum products. But the Ministry of Energy, January Makamba, has said the development followed the Zanzibar government energy reform that changed the fuel supply chain, which is aimed at mitigating environmental pollution. So the government has started the talk where the key issue, like the security of the converted pipeline, which will transport the finished product, can be maintained. And they also have formed the committee led by permanent secretary from the both countries where outstanding issues will be tabled to the ministry desk and expect them to be executed within 45 days.
What plans have been put in place by the Tanzania government as to get the gas to Zambia as it has been requested?
Of course, one thing among the plan is the process of standing to be the to be that yes for domestic consumption and possibility are high that the country will also be export the product to neighboring countries. So when I quote from the ministry, January Makamba said the request will also need to be discussed further on how to go about it. So that is what the one.
What are some of the reasons Zambia has explained about the decisions to change the export of founder products instead of crude oil?
Of course, Zambia's energy ministry, Mr. Peter Kapala, say that his country has reached the decision due to the overheads incurred and changing technology struggled at the refining crude oil in his country and environmental conservation concern. So, and he also said the main reason for opting to switch the shipping final products rather than crude oil in Zambia wishes to have a natural gas shipping pipeline from Tanzania parallel within Tanzania Zambia Mafuta as soon as possible to help them meeting their energy needs. But also, let me tell you something that Tazama crude oil pipeline was constructed to transport crude oil from the port of Dar es Salaam to landlocked Zambia. And one of the key issue and important is that it have ability to afford or sustainable economic cost when it was installed of 1968. So the pipeline had a carrying capacity of 1.1 million tons and
Okay.
expected to be 1.2 billion tons annually.
Thank you very much, our correspondent in Tanzania on the program tonight. We'd like to say that's I will call it a day, and we'll move on with some other issues here on the program. We want to say thank you. We need to move. Wow, so great. Uh, Let me acknowledge some of you watching. Uh, uh, let me um, acknowledge some of you watching before we move ahead. We need to be, we need to recognize you, respect you that are watching, and so we can just run with it. For those of you names who were not mentioned, please don't think we don't want to mention you, but the way the system is, we will not have every one of your names. Charles J.S. Young is watching. Philip Paswa is also watching. He says, "Hi, CEO." He continues to write. He says, "The voice strong." Abraham Swain says, "I'm watching the show from my chicken so factory, Gulf Community, Gatnosville, Japan Freeway." Philip Paswa writes again and said, "Keep doing your best for Mama Liberia." Joel Mold says, "Keep up the good work." Preston Tule, a friend of mine, a brother, said, "Thank you for the great job, brother." Honorable Emmanuel K. Bokong says, "Keep up the good work." V. Mohammed Shari says, "I'm watching from South Korea." Thank you, brother. Joe Swakoli Jr. is watching. Much want to say continue to watch. Emmanuel Fobe says, "How are you doing, Chief?" Thank you very much. We're doing great. And there's something today I came across on the social media. And some of you will say, "Oh, why you want to talk about it?" You know, when we are complaining, when we are telling people that what they are doing is not right, and we want to change whatsoever wrong we claim they are doing, we should be able to set a precedence. So at the end of the day, people will say, "Oh, yes, this person is the best person to make the change." You cannot be telling someone that they're doing wrong, and what you claim that the person is doing wrong is what yourself you are doing, but you are claiming that you can do the best and change what the person is doing. And this is the case of the two opposition political leaders, Unity Party and ALP. And I've been following that issue, and I tried to make a follow-up to find out as to whether it is truth that the pictures that are circulating on social media, it is truth. And I got to know that it is truth. The picture you've seen on social media, for those of you on social media, seeing the picture of the political leader of Unity Party, Ambassador Joseph Newman Boaka, and that of Honorable Benina Uri of the the All Liberian Party, ALP. Now, here's the thing. On many occasions, you see people that are claiming to represent, and Liberians are just hard to understand and get things right or to learn. Why I say I'm saying such? Yes, no one is saying that you cannot invest. No one is saying that you cannot do something. One of the daughters of one of the opposition political leaders, in person of Benina Uri, sees nothing important in Liberia to do her investment or to do whatsoever. Tella Uri has opened a gigantic, a very big company in Nigeria. Listen, Tella Uri has opened a very big company in Nigeria. No one is saying that is wrong. But I'm looking at it from the context of us saying we had law for the country. She contested in District 15. But tell her, don't see it necessary or prudent to invest in District 15 so that those of the people that she wants to lead can have a job. Those of the people that she wants to lead in District number 15 should have a job. But tell her choose to open a company or business or whatsoever in Nigeria. Now, sometimes you, the electorates, are to graduate. Don't allow the people to come to you last minute of time and make all the rhetorics to you. When election ends today, you cannot see them. They leave you. What you are going through, they don't care. How you survive, they don't care. Even the people that you elect in positions, they become your worst enemies. Or you become their worst enemies. Right? So, I'm saying this to say, and I don't want people taking this to say, oh, I'm against Teller investment in Nigeria. No. What I'm trying to say here is, Teller, she doesn't feel satisfied, or she don't see District 15 as a district to invest whatsoever investment. She deems it necessary to invest in Nigeria, where she pays taxes to the Nigerian government, where she employs Nigerians to do work, and she pays them. There could be factors of what she decided to. But my thing here, we should be able to break the storm. We should be able to be firm on issues when we want to change. So Teller had opened her business. And she's been, moving in Nigeria, making all of her rounds. We're moving towards the elections, though. And I cannot tell you or confirm to you the main purpose of Ambassador Bwaka and what's his name, Ure, they've gone to Nigeria. But what I can confirm to you that they charter flight from Liberia to Nigeria. Listen, what are the tangibles that Ure and Bwaka can show to the Liberian people as what they've done? Not being in positions, though. Because the only thing you listen to politicians nowadays, they want you to give them the power before they can do something for you. And that is totally wrong on the part of politicians. If I could be electric in a sense where people come into car and tell me to vote for them, first of all, I will ask you, what have you done in your private life that has affected the large majority of the people in the positive way? Let's count them. Let's know them. Who tell you say that money that people use to charter the flight, that money could not be used to help those of the people in JFK that are in need of financial assistance? Who tell you that money they use to charter a flight to go to Nigeria to show the big life could not be used to help our mothers that need loan to do business? But they are the people that are telling you that this government is not doing well. This president is being seen on a charter flight, on a private jet, I'm saying to you that they are all the same. You move Jawia, you pour Ure, you pour Bwaka, you pour Cummings, they are all the same. No different. They all go to the power to seek their personal interest at the detriment of the Liberian people. They all men are president, you. You are not vice president here because you wants to be vice president by way to Joe Bwaka. They don't start chartering flight though. Listen to this. They in their private lives, they chartering flight. Then you take state power and give it to them. They will not charter flight, but they will get their own private jet. That's what will happen. They are all the same. So sometimes I listen to politicians, I just see, listen, I'm not here to support or to push someone's interest. It's just good sometimes when people, they just get in the chain, let it flow. When they leave from there, let it kind of do that. Because you put Joe Bwaka there tomorrow, you put Cummings there tomorrow, you put Ure there tomorrow, they will do the same thing. Nothing they get to change. They only want to get themselves, they want to enrich themselves, their family members, their friends, and relatives to enjoy life. And so when you want to be very, very honest, you want to be honest. When somebody say, oh, the people in a bar, they in a private life to chatter, they says, if the Christmas is good, you will know from the if. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Your complaint say, Joe, we are not supposed to ride private jet. Your complaint say, Joe, we are is on private jet all the time. Right? You say, oh, Joe, we are is this. Block this guy from this Marcus. Delete him totally from the page. Block him and delete him totally from the page. Yes. Delete it and block him. Yes, I say it. Right? You say, oh, Joe, we are this. You say, Joe, we are that. But these people not even getting power here. They made it on charter flight. Do you know how much it costs to charter a flight? Do you know how much it costs? And the good thing about it is they don't have any remorse to think, say, this thing getting on the social media, it could even make their supporters. Do you know how many United partisans that are looking for daily bread, they can get it? Do you know how many partisans of ALP that are looking for daily bread, they can get it? But the people that are your leaders are on a charter flight. The people that are your leaders, they're on a charter flight. These people, nobody say, oh, the Liberian people, money. These people are not in power yet. But what the people are doing could give you a clear picture of what they will do when they become president or whosoever, if they will become anytime. If you can charter a private flight in your private life, and it gets used to you of using charter flight, my brother will put a man in there. Liberia will pay as many times. Liberia will pay as many times to charter flight for them. Because the people used to in a private life. Imagine a private life they could use charter flight. Listen, private citizens using charter flight. They made a president. They made him go get on commercial flight. You yourself just rationalize that thing. You think it will happen? I'm trying to say to you that all the politicians are the same. You can tell anyone from there. They'll say, oh, yeah, the other people are good. The other people, you will not do the one. The other people will not do the one. See the thing. You see the old man? He's comfortably seated in the charter flight and he has that the people that tell you the country is hard. But how can this country be hard and you go charter flight? How can the country will be hard? Then you go charter flight. You know, sometimes we need to be honest to ourselves. We need to be honest. My producer will come. I will show you the charter flight. You see the paper and Ure. You know, let me tell you something. Let me tell you the strength of Ure. Ure is a very good planner. He knows how to plan. And so when Ure wants to get at you, no matter what you do, you will get in you. So this is the case. How would the people be telling us that this president, he gets on a private jet as president? Listen, no matter what we do, no matter how we see things, the presidency is a sacred area. It's a place that is to be respected at all times, because the presidency is the first office in the Republic of Liberia. And the person that occupies or serves that position is the first citizen of the country. People will not want to come talk to all one time. They will talk to one person. But listen, you now put Joe Barker as president. Yeah, the man is on charter flight. I want you to get it in good. I want you to listen. You now made Joe Barker as president. When Joe Barker was vice president, listen, when he was vice president, he had his boss, the president, Erling. He could not charter flight. Now he's whining and dining with Ure. He's chartering flight. They said birds with the same feather fly together. If in these difficult times, if you can have opposition leaders loosely, arrogantly showing disrespect with their wealth, because you want to show to the Liberian people you got money, you got this, so you can get on a charter flight. I'm saying to you, Joe Barker, I'm saying to you, Ure, thou maybe 50, 25, or what's 100, 1,000 used to charter a flight. That money could be used for something different that could impact the lives of the Liberian people. Since Stella Ure got defeated in District 15, what has she done in District 15? What are the programs she's running in District 15? What are the initiatives she's running in District 15? What are the things? So at times, it is good with the journalists enlightening the minds of the people. So what says Joe Barker and from the current government that they continue to say that the president, he used a private jet. You president, you just a political, you just the heir for the political party. You own a private jet. So God made the man as president where he has the resources under his control. Yeah, the man found means that you knows how to use power. Be vice president. Say, Joe Barker, we're going to the place today. I'm calling the private jet. Oh, okay. We need to get a private jet so we can go. Oh, yes. The people not empower you. They stay in opposition. They stay in opposition and they are doing this on a private jet. And they don't see it to be anything. They see it to be, and they allow their supporters to post it on social media so that you can see it. That their political leaders are on the private jet. I mean, on a charter jet. They on a charter flight. And honestly, if the electors in Liberia were educated to a certain level, all the rhetoric these people can be giving, you'll not listen to it. You'll go and make your independent decisions. But because you don't have the people to a certain level, so as soon as they say election, they will come and start to make all the kinds of rhetorics to you people and say, oh yeah, we can do this, we can do that, we can do. No one said you can't use your money. But listen, your private life will determine your life in government, how you live it. You are arrogant in your private life. What make you think you will not be arrogant in the listen? You don't have the power, you are arrogant. When you have the power, you'll be even more arrogant than what you are now. Because now you don't have it, you're looking for it. But when you have the power, you just need to take phone or just make order. And it comes right to your doorsteps. Sometimes we need to condemn our political leaders for doing wrong. Sometimes we need to tell them the truth. Not all the time we say, yes, sir. Anything to do, yes, sir. Oh, yeah. Because our political leader, we can't talk about it. No, it's totally bad. It is a bad sign. And it's so good Liberians are watching. You know, when you pour old wine in new bottle. So there are people that say, okay, they come and bring a change. There are people that say, okay, they will face the country. Now, how they will face the country? Will you be getting on charter flight? Eh? That how you're supposed to face the country? To get on charter flight? To go to Nigeria? The whole opposition, they are disarrayed, disorganized. They don't even know what they want. You get them good. Let me tell the whole opposition today. The only thing that will give a serious problem to the president come 2023, if the opposition is serious to have a serious election or battle with the current government, you better put your horses together. Joe Barker, you run to go against President Weah, they will beat you. Cummings, you go run against President Weah, they will beat you. They will beat you. Who again? Taiwan Gongola, they will beat you. The only way you will succeed is for you people to work as a team. But the whole opposition, nobody united. John Brown feels that Cummings now won't go as vice president to anybody. Cummings feels that he knows everything, he should be president. So he won't go as vice president to anybody. And he doesn't have the number. Old man Joe Barker feels that he been vice president before, so he should be president too. So Cummings too will not support you. So Cummings is carrying his own support on the other side. Unity Party to carry their own support on the other side. Do you get any base or you get any serious play where you say, oh, you can pull their votes or you can do this thing? You take you put you there. You go even in Caribbean, you won't run election. You can win election so easily in Caribbean. All of your just pull your just this. They all say you want. Let me tell you something, fellow Liberians. You like it or not? Today I'm gonna open the lines. Few minutes. I'll open the lines. You all call and say anything. What y'all think about me? How y'all feel about me? I want you to express yourself. But to be honest with you, you really don't get, and you may not get no base to tell you say I can make the people. God. So I'm just saying to y'all, if the opposition serious, y'all need to unite. If you guys are not united, you can't win President Weah so easily. And your actions will tell the Liberian people as to whether they need to elect you people or not. It is a united opposition. Honestly, that CPP you people had, it was a serious threat to the government. And that CPP thing could yield a good result in the upcoming elections. But nothing can happen. None of you. And all of y'all go to elections and everything separately and everything. Honestly, to defeat the incumbent in that manner and form, it will be difficult. The opposition has started losing some bases. The government has started losing some bases. And you go to the elections, people's minds quite to be, people they're quite to play on people's minds. Take all these things into consideration. But we come back to the people charter in flight. Not the main thing yet. I just decided to add, I want to tell them, once they cannot be united, to win elections, it will be difficult. It will be difficult. So we move to the charter flight. You like it or not, and that's the truth. You cannot be saying you want to make the change. and you've complained about some of the things that you think they are not the right things, but you are doing that. You don't want people to talk about it. If the opposition leaders charter flight, it is not news. Nobody will talk about it. It's not bad. But if it is the government, it becomes a problem. That being very sycophantic. That's being dishonest. That is unfair. Do you know how many that charter flight, that money you use could help some Liberians, the people that you want to lead? How many times you've seen the opposition leaders really making that impact? If Nana so show where they can just be on hold, they just be showing all kinds of level and all. Let me go to the lines and take some of your calls. What do you make of it, folks? 0770 907 907. Sometimes we need to speak truth to our leaders. If they do the right thing, we say, yeah, you do the right thing. If they do the wrong thing, we say, no, you do the wrong thing. 0770 907 907. 0770 907 907. 0880 907 907. We go to the lines. The WhatsApp line is 0770 907 907 is the WhatsApp line. Hello?
Okay, this is one you are calling from Mambasa.
Yes, go ahead, sir. You come in low. Okay, let me take another person. Hello?
Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah, I'm Jeff calling from Brookfield Power College.
Go ahead, brother.
I'd like the topic on our discussion this evening. We need to be, real to our people. Even though they are not using the taxpayer money, they're using their own private money, but then see the ordinary people too that they want to lead tomorrow. So this thing about charter flight and whatsoever, they should see us to at least to give a couple of rest without money they're using. So I like the way how you put it. So they are the one that are coming tomorrow. So if they start there, then how will we be tomorrow? Then will be the ambassador. We are coming again. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Good evening.
Yeah, thanks for the justice you are doing. You are bringing to the disco. Where when people say these things, people say you're trying to back the government for their lackadaisical behavior. But not that Liberians don't want to choose somebody. But if you have an option, the option should be better than what the person has done. Well, I don't be eating dry rest and you say your father should be my father because my father is giving me dry rest and your father can only afford Gary. And you saying that I should go and neglect my father and take up your father. So I will question your father's ability to afford, for which you are telling me to neglect my father. These very things that they talk against are the very things that they keep doing, and they are the same old wines in new bottles, which means forming new alliances. So we cannot follow that.
Thank you very much. This person. Hello.
Good evening, Sekou.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
My name is Maurice Camo. Okay.
Maurice, go ahead.
Yeah. Regardless of whether opposition or opposition, how they call it, disjoint, Council 2023 for month, the CDC government might not even go. And when it comes to that, we see why people always ask why a government official is right, and it's because the money allocated to you are taxpayer money. I don't think in America or in the Western world, Joe Biden can sit in a business. He's traveling at the time he was in opposition to. So for me, if
okay, thank you. Let me take this question. Hello.
Yeah, good evening. How are you?
Good evening.
I'm okay with you. Alright.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the show. My name is Shaq Bigot Jr. and I join you from Balave Giants Market. I would not want to dignify the private jet issues about Mr. Boga and Mr. Uri, because if I do, I would like to go in the closet of President Weah, which of course I don't want to go there. But the thing I want to speak to is when you say all of them is saying that the same thing I want to stick to, right? All of them, Sonia, not all the human beings will not be the same, Chief. I will give you a few examples. For example, now when you speak to South Africa has bad leaders before, right? But when they got Nelson Mandela, it was better for them. Or when you also speak about Burkina Faso, they have bad leaders. When they have Thomas Sankara, they are also working for them. And you have other leaders,
so what are you trying to say? So you're trying to say that when Joe Baka becomes president or Ure, they will not charter private
I am not saying that he will not fly private jet, but what I'm simply trying to tell you, you were comparing the two people by saying that government they in private life.
No, listen, this is what I said. I said they are not in government yet.
Yes.
They are wastefully spending money to get on a charter flight.
Yes.
And while you have other people in JFK and other areas in need of financial assistance.
Yeah.
When they become president or vice presidents where they have the resources to their whatsoever, don't you think they will even do worse than that?
When they become president or vice president or whatsoever, they will not do worse than that?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, let me say this to you, right? At times, there's no way that if the people become president, now you're saying that they will do the same thing. The first question I want to give you, Mr. Sherry.
You want to ask me, Isho?
Yeah,
or you want to explain?
Okay, I want to say this to you. Okay, let me get the explain. I want to ask you a question. For how long Joseph Boakai served in government for? Almost 42 years. If there was never corrupt, he never did something like this. Then he stepped as vice president. The only vice president to leave $2 million as sent over notes for the.
Okay, brother. Thank you. Let's take another person. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening, Sekou. And good evening to the conscious man in Liberia. My name is Emmanuel Fukatu. We join you from my usual residence in the Town. Good evening. Sekou, I think I will agree with you on the other side that when we are criticizing government officials, meaning the president, I think the opposition should be the example. Because some of us are supporting the opposition so dearly, which is 2022, where I showed that Joseph Boakai will be the next president of the Republic of Liberia. But having been that for the opposition who criticizing President Weah because we're saying that President Weah is mismanaging our country resources. But before people trust you with their own property, but the way you take care of their own property here, before they can even trust you with their own property. So I think I will agree with you a little bit on that one because we opposition, we need to manage our little resources we have before coming.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me go to take this international call. This is Frank Gibson. Frank, hello.
Frank Gibson, good afternoon or good evening. How are you?
Good evening. Go ahead.
Thank you. Brother, you have said it all because what I'm not doing now without power, I will do it even when I have power, sincerely. But we all have been speaking about this private jet issue. Today I was shocked. I saw Joseph Boakai on the tarmac get it done for a private jet. Even if Joseph Boakai is not spending his own money to pay for that private jet, and he wants to be president of Liberia tomorrow, he should have discouraged very now you. Then we have been speaking about this private jet, about George we are right private jet. So what we do? Let us ride our full commercial jet because it will try now and it will not be in a position to say why Joe we are riding private jet. Somebody will also say we too we are riding private jet. So that's the comparison people do go outside.
Yeah.
That's the comparison people are saying it's not government money here, it's not government money. But we're happy if the government wins election tomorrow.
If they make and misuse his own money to that extent, what becomes of the resources that the country will put together?
Exactly. This is why I want to encourage or want to tell those people who everybody supports somebody. That's a reality. But at a certain time, if somebody does wrong for me, I'm a supporter of the CDC government. But if there's wrongdoing, I will speak against it. This is the reason why I saw over what happened in your studio the other day. It's very unfortunate on our part. I don't know what I see. I said it today. But very unfortunate.
Thank you very much, Frank Gibson, there from France on the program. Let me go to the local lines. I want you to show the Sonny brother while taking calls on the television. Let the people already see. Hello, for those of the people that have not been able to see it. Go ahead. Yes, sir.
Okay, my name is David. I'm calling from Carisburg.
Carisburg, go ahead.
Okay, so for what you have said just now is true. Our brothers who want to vote back to the power, they got to open their eyes and see the many private life they are living right now. So, for the men they call you, I mean, I have only men people. What I mean, where in Carisburg that we live in, we say in rich men for the country, poor people living right behind to give you one person so worried. For people why they enter the whole no way. Yeah, what many president. Guess where? I'm not joking, people. I'm not joking.
Okay. Thank you. Let me take the hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes.
Yeah, my name is Jefferson Carter.
Mm-hmm.
I come from the People Belt. How you to be precise?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you said it right. But I want to be clear. We still have an authority. For those people who have been in government, who have squandered our resources, people who stole our money to maritime, those people are not alternative. But I can tell you for free, we still have an alternative to the CDC-led government. We have people who have knowledge to manage money. We have people who have knowledge to manage government. Though they are new to the political space, but those are people who know to manage our country. So you can say that there's no alternative to counter CDC in 2023. We still have authority. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Let me take this person. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Good evening.
I'm SS Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
I'm speaking from the chicken soup factory.
Go ahead.
Secondly, you know, this country is very bad. The politicians are trying to fool themselves. They say they're fooling us. But they shouldn't worry. The election, they will not win the election. We'll carry the same member for the second time because don't want anybody just can corrupt. And at the end, we want to push the same motion again. So
thank you. We'll take another person here. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, let's hear you.
Okay. According to Mount Barkley,
Mount Barkley, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. You know, I would agree with you more when analysis is provided on the shadow flight and that of the CCP.
Mm-hmm.
But here I must say, a promise you want to tell her you're leaving from here to go to Nigeria or any other young person leaving from here to go and invest outside, probably the proceeds coming to Nigeria. I don't see it to be a bad idea.
No, listen, brother, I beg you, please, let me just come in small. I did not say it's bad. What I said is, Teller contested in District 15, right?
Yes.
What has she done in District 15? Because that the people she wants to lead. In one of her speeches or her speeches she made, the people are suffering in District 15 and she wants to make laws. She wants to do a lot of things. I'm just saying, what? Oh, amen. He left the line. I'm just saying, why didn't? Yeah. Let me take this other person. You know, sometimes y'all see the people on the private. Yeah, they to be honest, my baby Yuri, my baby Joe Walker, people on a charter flight. Hello.
Hello, Sekou.
Yes.
This is DJ Lomez.
Yeah, DJ Lomez, go ahead, my brother.
Thank you very much. Look, Sekou, you know, for the past time, when Honorable Walker was past president, he never rode charter plane before.
Mm-hmm.
And when he go out there, every morning that he will carry when he leaves, he will bring it back. The records are there. I don't know if whether that charter plane was sent to them by somebody or did they say charter A, which I don't know, but I saw them on the plane.
But you think it's a good precedence?
Oh, Sekou, like you're sitting over there and somebody decide to give you a tip, say Sekou is for you. Even though the tip cost maybe 90,000 or 80,000, and now your cash money is given to you, Sekou, will you refuse it?
Okay, so let me ask you now, Lomez. I like the argument you're making. So the quote-unquote private jail can be talking about George, we are everything. And the people said that French gave it to that one a bar.
But that private jet, according to
that
them,
one a bar.
Look, if free give it, it's not bad. But
okay. So wait.
It's not bad. But the law or the federal law says nobody should give a president will give more than 1,000.
My man.
That's the problem.
My man, Lomez. My man, so that the two get told so that he can hunt us that aid and hunt you so today.
He hunt me.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
The law says don't take gift more than 1,000.
Which part of the law? Code that law.
Oh, I put the section, I will be lying to you. But it is there. In fact, you say, you say, no, the president shouldn't take give more than 1,000.
No, I know. I want you to quote that law.
No, don't play that kind of game on me, man.
I know.
No,
I know, Lomez. Lomez, don't laugh. Listen, Lomez, you know, you say you made the whole argument some kind of way. You say you don't know if that somebody get a plea, if that somebody send a plea. Very good. It's a very good excuse. It could be free, right? Ain't that what you're trying to say? It could be free, right? So what can we agree to that? Okay, maybe the private flights we could be talking about, like John, we have Frank can send it just to be carrying him. Enough for him, but he can just send it to be carrying him. So that one I'm bad to it. Yeah, but
he said I friend.
Yeah, that's why I said that. So they just give it to him to be carrying him to enough for him, but they give it to him to be carrying him to. Then I'm bad.
But then he's taking room for the man to get a man rope or something on you like Roger. So like someone is seen there.
My man can be blind here all laugh. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, this is Emmanuel Dumbo. I call you, brother, this tonight.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
I hope you call me the time. Don't call me what I usual.
My man, if you want to accuse, hello, when you want to start to accuse me,
I'm not accusing you, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Sometimes give me chance, let me learn, Sherry.
Go ahead, boss man.
I will not sing to your tune, but I will sing to what I think I should clarify to you. Mr. Ure and Bwaka, former vice president Bwaka getting on charter flight. That's a very good analysis that he raised. I'm quite 100%. But I want to put it in a scenario with the president personally. Like you lay with Lumet. I like the argument. That kind of argument, that kind of issue when you raise it. Sometimes get the audience to come to the studio with you. I will have upper time to get some clarity. At no time, Mr. Bwaka, when he was vice president, he sat on charter flight to leave for you. Go to the record. In the private life, you don't even know what arrangement that they have that carrying them all year.
So can I please ask you, please? Let's have a conversation now.
Yeah.
So you want us to agree that Ambassador Bwaka is not aware of the arrangement that led to the charter flight, right?
Yeah.
So he was seen with his friend or someone that might or could be the vice tender bearer for his party comes 2023. Is that right?
That's right. Let's go.
Okay. So if you say he's not in the know, but Ure could be his vice president, it is not the same thing. Because you're going to be on the ticket though, or Ure could be supporting his candidature for the presidency. Is it not the same thing, boss man?
But do you know what they want to go do?
I'm just asking. I'm talking about what they're going for. I'm talking about the charter flight because I said it on the radio. I said, I don't know.
Okay.
So I'm just asking. Let me tell you something. Sometimes our leaders can make mistakes. And it's just good for all to tell them. They always want you to do that mistake.
I will not say they always 100% right. No. No, I will not tell you that.
You know, you can.
I will not compare their wasteful spending equal to the president.
Yes, the analysis. If you want to agree, you get a right to agree. You don't need to agree.
This is it.
This is it. If a person is not in power, listen, it is their own money they are using to charter a flight. If they can be brave to use their own money, what it knows, for example, if you get 5,000, you brave to use that 5,000. What about you having more than 5,000? Will you not be brave to use it?
No. I will tell you a reason with Ambassador Bwaka. I want to get it in straight. I'm not a supporter of the Unity Party. That would get the new Dumbo. As whoever knows it, MP supporter. 1 5. I want to get that one straight. But I'm not a single. But let the fight and analysis to lay. The fight with Mr. Booker, one of the bad person I ever led open to all they were doing on him. He came over. Name one or two bad persons.
So if you agree with, if you want to say this, Ambassador Booker is not a bad person, but his associates are encouraging him to be bad.
That's another argument.
No,
for another day. Yeah, that's another argument for another day.
Okay, Chief. Thank you very much.
Some of these arguments are left for you to get all time with all kinds of students discuss. That kind of the argument code.
Okay, we will find time here. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Let me take this person. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, Sekou, how are you? This is Emmanuel Richardson, and I joined the conversation from Upper Carwell.
Emmanuel, go ahead.
You see, Sekou, for me, I always told people, for to develop Liberia, we should look in the faces of our leader and tell them the truth. Because if we always want to protect our own, so because the president is our own, we always want to protect them. If even the air, look, when they get in power, especially in the opposition, when they get in power, there are a lot of things they will be doing. They will feel that, you know, they are auto. In fact, we were in the opposition. I agree. There are some errors. There are some other things. Today, there are some people working in government, feel that government joy, you know, is the entitlement, doing all kinds of things around here. So to see our brothers and other people to be supportive, just imagine if you in the opposition, you're striving to get money, but you can be brave to new 5,000. You think if you see 1 million, 2, 3 million, in fact, every step you take your life, you always want to upgrade your life. If you be riding private jet in opposition, you think when you win, brother, you will not live more than that. You will live more than that. So we because the proper agenda of opposition for me, you can't be saying president we are doing one thing. A guy like Brembo, it is wrong, and you also doing the same.
You're doing the same, then you want to change.
I think it is better we just maintain president we are, because if you say you're coming for change, you change president we are, that you doing some things what are correct. At the end of the day, the reason why you want us to change him, you people doing the same, there is no need for the change president we are.
Thank you, my brother. Let me take another person. Hello.
Good evening, Sherry.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Thank you. This is Edward Spencer and Joe. Sometimes I can really be disappointed in you sometimes. So, you don't force to criticize Joseph Boakai. You have nothing to say on Joseph Boakai. Joseph Boakai been in government for no more years. They see horse in rehab, seeing horse in rehab down there.
We're talking about private jet now, brother. We're talking about horse.
Go ahead.
No, I said we're talking about the jet. We're talking about the charter flight. We're talking about horse.
So it's only real now. If you be president, you have like 5%. You have here, but you're flying private jet.
Okay, so meaning,
government money.
Okay, so meaning he's right to use a personal money to get a charter flight.
Money. What's going to happen if you use personal money? Tell me that. So they can't afford you to your house to Sekou. Is that right?
Oh.
Right now, any car you want ride, you can ride because nobody pay you. You pay yourself. It's your own business. So you can't hold anybody responsible. If you take the government on the country cover now, then you are accountable to people. But when you're not accountable to anybody,
oh, they may not accountable to you partisans? Is that the way you people are running Unity Party?
Money.
Do you know where he took the money from?
It's not money. That's personal money.
Okay.
So if you get in government tomorrow, if you try to make you government resources that your boss president where is doing for the 8 data in the country, the money is spent, you're not asking to account for the money.
You say, my boss, eh?
Your boss president we are. Thank you, brother. Thank you for your opportunity.
You finish. I want you finish. You finish.
Oh, you want me to finish, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
I will say to you, Sekou, we admire your show. I appreciate your show. But sometimes if you are not to say against somebody, it's just better you just find different to discuss. But that argument power very weak. You find different but you know what I don't to say about to say I never private jet, but I never private money you using. That for me, I think I want to go to you.
So also you got problem with President we are use a private jet, right?
Because it was take all the country resources and then try to make up the country pay.
So how sure are you that the country money that he's using to get a private jet? If it is true.
It's by law. It's by law.
I'm asking you how truth it is.
It is true.
That Joe Boakai can be true. That he can be true. Okay, thank you very much. I like the argument. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Good evening, Sekou.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Joshua Swan from Sinko, 24th Street.
Yes.
The first thing, the oppositions are always accusing ruling party supporters of being blind loyalists. Now people are saying that his Bwaga supporters are saying that is private money, but taxpayer money is still going in Bwaga's pocket. That is to say, as former vice president, he is still being paid certain percentage of his former salary. So if they will still be saying that it is his personal money, then they should also know that it is Jowia's personal money, because as long as it is his salary he's using, with no proof that he's just taking money outside his salary, then we all can back that issue. Another sharp contradiction here is the same old man came over here few months ago and said that he was living on loan. Can he come back and explain to the Liberian people that they did the charter flap on credit? It is possible then I can go America and pay later. Because
how you got to the video? Hello? Hello? The discussion is very interesting. Hello? This person, you on the line, you holding the line, go ahead.
Sorry. This one to get second time around. First, the no giving me hard time too much.
Yeah, please do it quick.
Okay. Like I said, I agree with you on the analysis of the flight and that of the CTV. But then here's the issue. Liberian people as a whole, including you, everybody got a problem. There's the president taking free flight, probably charter flight. You as an individual, you are not become minister. You're taking a flight from here, you're paying your way to go to India.
Nigeria.
No. I'm not talking about Joseph Bwaga. You, right? You're going to India for a checkup, right? So let's say, for instance, you become a minister. When you think you go for another checkup? Probably Japan and America every 2 weeks.
No, okay, listen.
And you want to have a breakfast.
Listen,
right?
Listen, I'll let the example you on me. Listen. I like that one, man. You say your name again?
Wine.
Eh?
Wine. This is wine.
One hand?
Wine Glikle.
Wine Glikle. I like that example. So wine. Yeah. So what you think I went India for?
For a checkup, right? For
okay, so as a private citizen, you think that if I could get the proper medication or whatsoever from Liberia, I could leave from Liberia?
Okay, this is the case. I like that example too. Thank you, no. But the trip they went for, I think it's a business trip.
But I did not say anything now. I don't tell you what kind of trip they went because I don't know. I don't tell you about trip. The only thing I say here is about the flight. Ain't looking at poor man like me, you say, because I leave here to go to India. I go to India. What? If to say the thing I wanted to do, they could do it. You think I come to go? Probably I get the money from to go through all I wanted, Papa.
So you see it now. So it's a business trip. And the purpose they went for, we all don't know.
Oh, the purpose they went for, they're supposed to ride charter fly, eh?
Yeah, probably somebody sent for them.
Oh.
You see that?
So what?
And it's a private, they live in the private life for now. They live in the private life.
So that private life got nothing to do with the leadership they want to get into, right?
No, the leadership is another thing, and the private life is living another thing. That is not taxpayer money.
So that president, we are on taxpayers' money?
Who?
President, we are on the team. What they can be saying that, oh, he's doing it at taxpayers' money, eh?
Of course, yes.
Okay, so did you listen where they said that friend gave the flight that usually can come pick the president up?
I listened to it.
You agree or you not agree?
Is there.
You agree or you not agree?
I said I listened to it. And
now, why I'm saying you agree or you not agree?
But even if I agree, there are some provisions that will limit him to do that because he's a public official.
Okay, thank you, Chief. Thank you very much. Hey, girl. Yeah, hello.
Yeah, Segu, Joshua swing again, but you hold a call. I don't know why.
Yeah, Joshua, because your time finished. Go ahead. Conclude quick.
Yeah, conclusively to conclude, these people are always putting a vain argument. And they just show that there is a lack of sincerity in all of us as supporters of our political leaders. So I can tell you for free, the only thing I heard in the people that are not in power, they will say the Liberian people that are in power, they are stealing more than they are, or they were stealing too. So what happening here is that we should give them a chance to go and just steal their own and make things worse for us. But nobody is better. They are not angels. They are just the same group of people because they are doing the same thing over and over again. Yeah, so I
Thank you.
conclude.
Thank you very much. Thank you. 7:30, we'll call it a day with transition. Hello.
Sekou, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you for having me on your show this evening. Let me appreciate you. Sekou, my name is Andrew Moses, and I joined the conversation from District 13. You know, Sekou, let me appreciate you for unveiling this platform to the Liberian people. For our start of politics in this country, I think it is about time that we transform ourselves into another way. Because you will see a little boy who, because he has a pitiful button phone, and someone helping with 50.
Mama, speak to your issue, but need the people, they seem where you get at, they seem where the people get.
And refer to an elder state president as an old man. I don't agree with Joseph Parker. I'm not a supporter of him, rather. But for someone like me to just take my phone and call on a radio talk show that has thousands of Liberian following and refer to a statement as an old man, I think it is harsh. So we need to change our style of politics in this country. Politics should not allow us to disrespect people.
Okay. Thank you, Chief. Let me take another person here. Hello. Okay, I'll take this person. Hello. Oh, too bad. Sorry for that sound. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes.
My name is Sekou, calling from Fipo community. Yeah, Sekou, I just want to ask you this question. You don't need to answer my question. Is there any code of conduct that governs private lives? Or it's not people are following you.
But it does not answer.
Your institution is in a
oh, they got left the line. Hey, man, my man, please call back, please. I beg you, please. I want you to call. Please, I beg you. I want to hear what you want to say. Hello.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening. Ruben Cannon.
Thank you, my brother Sekou. You see, what goes round, come around. Many times they will talk about President Justly, and what about the former Vice President and the Honorable Kumish? Whatever he does is what they will repeat after him. When the president was making a music dancing, they condemn it. Later you saw them, Ome Boga dancing Bugaden, Kumi dancing Bugaden. Then now, just a few weeks ago, he said the president made Liberian people with charter plea everywhere he goes, he charter plea. Today, when I saw him, he and Honorable Yure in the same plane and the other family, Yure, I say, whoa. So, this is the way, God forbid, they want to come to power in this country. What they will say, they will not do. What they want to come to power for, they are not no longer doing it. They cannot allow a dissension, the opposition, maybe. That's why the evidence they are throwing down. And they will say anything about you, you are supporter of government, you are like this. I'm not going to work that lazy statement. Because it's totally lazy. Because we should be asking our leaders how Honorable Bokai got this money. Because he left on room. He has made a time to the Liberian people that he left on room. How he got the money? Why? For what purpose now? I don't want to know the purpose. And that is as a good leader, as a democratic base, he should be telling who gave the money to him. Because he left on room. That's the concern I want to raise for the people. It's not about hate or which one against him, but we are monitoring his statement because he keeps leading.
Okay, Ruben. Okay, Ruben. Thank you very much, Ruben. Let me take another person. Oh, too bad. Hello. You came in. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Sheikh Story, how are you?
Yeah, good evening.
Thank you for the platform this evening. The name remained Haruna Rashid Usa from Grand Cape Mount County to be precise district.
Okay, Grand Cape Mount, go ahead.
Thank you. Cape Mount is relatively kind of particular. I'm currently. So, Ambassador Joseph Nima, I want to say to him, and I wish him a good health. You cannot compare the private life with that of the government life. You can no longer compare Ambassador Joseph Nima Wakai and that of our president. It is a constitutional that whenever or code of conduct, the president have not to receive certain gifts out. But if Ambassador Joseph Nima Wakai having to ride or jet plane or private plane, that is his prerogative. He has no he is not answerable. He is not I'm coming. He is not answerable. Government
so that's the leadership you're wanting to carry into the presidency, right?
It is not like the leadership that we.
But you say he's not answerable. Once you into public space, meaning everything you do, you are answerable to the people you govern or the people you lead. He's a political leader.
You ask President Joe, the president, ask him how he got his money, or what he paid around. Did you ever ask that? Did you ever? That is country. That is very serious country, Sebo.
Okay, Chief. Thank you very much. I'll take this person. Hello. Too bad. Let me go to this other line and take this caller. Yeah, I think I'm going to take a one call. I'm going to take the last call, and then I'll call it a day. I transition to something else. Here go. You know, we Liberians, someone said we are our own problems. Once we support people, we don't see anything wrong with what they do. Once we support them, even if they do something wrong, we don't think that we should say it is wrong, even if it is not. So that is it. But my thing here is we cannot say we want to change, and the people that think or are calling for the change are doing the same thing that they want to change. And this is the case of Ambassador Bwaka and that of Honorable and that of Honorable Nuk. Look at me saying Nuke, and that of Yuri. Let me take the last caller here. Hello.
Yeah, so good. How then?
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, thank you for the platform. This is Kukru Banra. The platform, I like how you put it. Man, the platform, you can't compare Dose Imabwake and George Weah. What happened is George Weah is the president. Anything you do, everybody focuses on the man. Bwaka is a private man. Anything you do, nobody can afford that own money. Maybe the way you run it, will want to be president, a friend helping that will charter plane, will carry social plane, will get late year, you didn't know. With me, you can compare Bwaka with George Weah.
Okay.
They don't George Weah. No, let's see. Let me conclude. They don't George Weah ambassador or senator. You will not see George Weah ride plane, private plane. You see, with me, every Bwaka doing it. With me, Bwaka, it was showing that how you manage to get people to support him to be president.
Then he's contradicting himself. One point he said he lays on loan where he took money from to charter the flight.
That one now what business?
Oh, what business?
And I hear myself business.
Oh, that business.
That's my business, yeah. Okay. Yeah, then I hear myself business. Okay. I met business.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Emma.
Thank you too.
Guys, that our business. Hello. Okay, we ain't taking calls again. Let's hold the calls. I beg you, we need to transition. It has been very, nice having said discussion, allowing you Liberians to weigh in. And let me end up with this before we transition. They said, if the Christmas is good, you will know from the eve of the Christmas. If a leader that is to make the change, you will know from his private life. If the person's private life cannot be controlled to the best of the ability of the people, that means that person will make a lavish leadership. You in private life, you chatter in flights, you chatter in flight. At the end of the day, if you get into government where you get all the money, you could use more than that because you have the resources. Let us tell our leaders the truth at times. Okay, folks. We want to transition now. We want to come on to something very important. On today, on one of our sister programs, Citizens or Citizen Voices, that was done in Central Monrovia by one of our staffs. And I want you people, there were other questions asked, but the particular one I need us to look at, let me make this clear. There were a lot of questions asked, but the particular one I want us to look at in some of the responses of those that were interviewed, it is about their interest, their willingness, if they see it necessary, are they willing? Is the information is resonating as to have Liberians, quote unquote, as it has been said by Ambassador Louis Brown and the likes of folks from the Alternative National Congress or Tim Cummins, that Liberians are suffering and Liberians should come up on the 17th of December. I'm not doing this to give credence to December 17 rally. Neither I'm doing this to undermine, but I want the Liberian people, and for those of you that were not interviewed today, we will open the lines and hear you. Do you think it is necessary? We have elections 2023. Do you think it is necessary, looking at the month of December, where you have people coming in the country, going out, you have lots of activities taking place? Do you think it is necessary to have a rally on the 17th of December? Don't get me wrong. The Constitution calls for peaceful assembly. And so we're going to play you this, and you're going to see it on the television. You're going to listen to it on the radio. And we'll go to the lines. We will quote the provision of the Constitution. And we'll look at the people involved. So we all can make our analysis. We all can weigh in. Let us share our thoughts. You know, it is always good for us to disagree to agree, but we should not do things that will make us to go back to the butchers. Because every one of us, we are not prepared for that. Let's go to it.
It is a constitutional right, but we want it to be peaceful at all, because they should remember that where the rest of there were another man who became from, so they shouldn't infringe on the other people's right. Yes.
Okay, so you want it to be, but are you going to attend?
Never, and I will never attend any political rally, neither protest or whatever. Nothing. I will never do. I'm a businessman.
You might be having a reason to say never. Why is the reason?
Because I'm not a politician, I'm a businessman. I don't waste my time on the people.
So your point is they should stage the protest?
It is a constitutional right for me. I'm not supporting it as an individual, but it is a constitutional right, so I have no will. But I'm not supporting it as an individual, no.
Okay, tell us, next year is elections. There are many Liberians who are sitting on the bench, they are undecided. Tell us, what do you make of election next year?
Election will be, from my observation, it will be, it will be hard, but the ruling establishment will still remain.
The ruling establishment will still remain. Thank you, my dear brother. Thank you for talking to us.
Okay.
Do you have anything to say to the Liberian people?
I just want to tell Liberian people. I just want to tell Liberian people they should focus and make up their mind, know who to vote for next year, and they should vote right, vote for development.
Thank you.
Think like it's not very bad yet for that.
folks, let us get something set to quick. I want you people to watch this thing, and I want you people to listen and see what it is, so we all can provide our thoughts about it. You know, just to get it.
Living.
I'm a desktop publisher.
Publisher. Okay. Quickly, we are setting views of citizens. The CPP, headed by Mr. Zana Cummings, Louis Bryan, and others, are planning to stage a rally December 17th of this year. What do you make of it? Next year is election.
For my own thinking, think like it's not really bad yet for that, because the rally, maybe it might be something that they want to gather people together to show that they have a huge number of people before they campaign. They want to show to the country. So for me, my own thinking is that it will be necessary that they carry on, since the only thing is that it shouldn't be harmful to the Liberian people. That's all.
They are specifically saying it's not to show numerical strength. They are saying because Liberians are suffering, so they want to put themselves together to signal that Liberians are disenchanted about the real government.
So you mean they want to do it like protest? That's a protest. Huh. Since it is so, what I think is that the protest, if it is a protest, then the protest should stop, because we don't want any riot and any chaos in Liberia right now when it comes to that. Yes, but if it is not a protest, then they can continue. If it is just to show up numbers, they can continue.
Thank you, sir. So we are right here on Ashmore Street. Let's see, we want to speak to some female as well. Let's speak to our dear brother here. My brother, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
What's your name?
Oh, I'm Stanley NG.
Stanley?
Yes.
And what do you do for a living, sir?
Oh, I do news, spelling, I do larges. Of me, I do cosmetology as well.
For how long?
I've been a long time, for the past 5-6 years.
You might be having experience, though.
Of course.
Okay, great. Okay, great. So, are you in school?
Oh, no, for now, I'm not in school.
Why?
There was due to some financial aspect.
Since when?
Oh, since like 2015, I graduated my high school and I entered university. And due to some financial aspect, I couldn't continue my education.
Wow. Okay, so let's ask you those questions. Next year is elections, and the CPP, headed by Mr. Zana Cummings and Louis Bryan are planning to stage a rally at the Samarkand Stadium this coming December 17th. What do you make of it, sir?
Oh yes, looking at the country. But first of all, let's look at the violence now in the country. But looking at student protests, other people understand the meaning of people protest. And understand, then they will decide to classify another thing. So now what I think now, let all wait and go at the battle pass, and then we can see how we can push off on. Because we got less time now for the government to come in. So I protest, now understand the protest.
So you are saying that Liberians people should forgo the protest or the rally, whatever we call it, and focus on the ballot box next year.
Exactly, because you got the power here with your vote. Your vote is your power.
There are many Liberians who are disenchanted. Some of them are saying they don't want to vote, and next year is elections. Are you one of those that are undecided? You are not a mirror your mind to vote?
I will vote. My vote is my strength.
How do you see next year election?
Why? Let's see how the number will come into football. I think from my own idea or my own understanding, next year election will be like the scene how you call it of Joe we are getting back into power.
It will be like the scene where like President Weah. Okay, great. So you want to speak to Liberians now? What could you say? Using the boss of Liberia, what could you say?
For me, I would say with Liberian, let put violence aside. If you want to get somebody out of power, use your ballot.
Any given time, whenever it is necessary to do so. So the CPP, which is the collaborating political parties in Liberia, have decided to, orchestrate or rally that will be in the best interest of the Liberian people, or rally that will send a resounding call to national government that the proceeding of the, George Manuel led administration is not in the interest of the Liberian people. And whereas those guys who are in the cabinet of the president and in his administration are amassing public wealth for themselves, for their personal aggrandizement and their family members, which of course
when you talk about amassing wealth, specifically, what are you talking about? Who specifically are you talking to?
So if I made a statement as it relates to amassing wealth, you have to understand that before George Manuel ascended to the presidency in 2017, the condominiums that the president has built within less than 6 months in 2017, he never had such. So you will ask the question, where did President take huge sum of money to build all of these, multi-million dollars houses for up to tax? So at the end of the day, we will question all of those things that the president is having for himself and his surrogates.
Okay.
I see the election coming. It'll be fun. It'll be good for Liberia. It'll also be good for the democracy of our nation. Because Liberia is part of the war.
And she is saying that her love for voting has evaporated. As such, she don't want to vote. And there are many Liberians who have similar mindset like her. What could you say, Kulubali?
Well, as for me, I don't see anybody saying that you want to step aside from voting. Okay, you got to exercise your franchise. Okay, you are a Liberian. If you stay aside, you don't want to vote. If people put somebody you may not elect, at the end of the day, you will start to complain. So at least let everybody participate, everybody take part. Who you like, you put the person in. Who you don't like, you keep them out. Okay? So for me, I think
it's a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you very much.
Is there anything you want to say to the Liberian people?
Yeah, I just want the Liberian people to be very patient. The every good thing come with a less stretch of time. Okay, so at least the peace we are enjoying, let us follow it, let us work together as one. Let's support the government. Okay? Let's support the government to see.
Support the government by voting for them, that's what you mean?
No, not
in which way?
We have to take part in the development process of our country. We have to contribute. We cannot live with one person. Like, bro, very old sick country, very old and sick. Okay, so to uplift the kind of sickness and QA from the country, we all have to put them together. Yeah.
Okay, everybody. Folks, Liberians are speaking. Liberians are speaking. Okay. So we see a young Liberian who want to speak to us. Good afternoon, my dear brother.
Yeah, good afternoon.
You dress like a student, are you?
Sure.
Which university are you at?
Northern Medal University.
Brilliant. So tell us now, what's your name?
Student David Chipa. Chipa.
Yeah, where do you live?
Pinsville GS0.
Pinsville GS0.
Sure.
Let's hear your view as a Liberian. First of all, what do you study at the university?
Accounting and public administration.
Yeah. Brilliant. So tell us, Liberians are about to go to the polls come 2023, and the CPP, headed by Mr. Edison Cummings, Louis Brown and others, are planning to stage a protest come December 17, 2022. Chief, Mr. Jepa, tell us, what do you make of it?
Well, I would say the Constitution gives every man or every citizen a right to protest. But it should be done in a raffle channel.
What's the raffle channel?
Which means the government or the Republic of Liberia should give you the permit to protest. So, ANC having a protest, I don't see it as a threat to the state. It's just a peaceful protest. They are going to get that grievance, have the few that within the country that are residing in. So I don't see it as a threat to the nation.
So you don't see it as a threat to the nation?
Sure.
So you want them to go ahead and assemble?
Of course. That's the constitutional right. Once they get in the authority to go and assemble, no problem in that. I don't see it as a threat.
Okay. So let's hear your view. Next year is election. Jepa, as a young student, looking at the overall view of the Georgia-led government, what do you make of the election next year?
Well, the citizens have that right. Every man know how the country is going. So I would say every man know that decision I'm going to make. I will not speak on behalf of John, not Paul. But I would say Liberian people they will make a rapid decision. Comes 2023.
There are many Liberians that are saying they are not going to participate into the voting process. No, even doing the voter registration. What do you make of it? Are you one of those?
No, I don't support that. Why? Because if you say you will not participate in election, your vote, a vote is very important in every election. Your vote could bring a change within in the country. If you say you not want Paul, not John, it is your right, your political right as a citizen to go on the line and vote and choose the referendum choice that you feel can govern the country in the referendum procedure. So I don't appreciate it, or I don't support people that say they will not go and participate in the voting process.
Okay, sir. Thank you, Jepa. It's a pleasure talking to you. This is Voice of Liberia. We are right here on Ashman Street, speaking to Liberians. You said same today, they're not bad from you, yeah? Yeah. So you move on well to your home, you can't all the one that you say, they're bad from you, yeah? Oh, so what do you carry on? Where? You said they're not bad from you. I see you not bad from you. Okay. It means to sing to the international community. Whether I'm disenchanted or not, my God going to tell me. So Liberian, we are right here on Ashman Street. Let's see how Liberians are going to talk to us. Let's see how Liberians are going to talk to us. Next year's elections. You know, motorcyclists are one of the best people in this country. That year, what do they say? They are young people. You know, they usually participate in whatever things are happening. So, my dear brother, can you speak to us, sir?
What do you say? Okay, you well.
What's your name?
My name is Prince.
Prince, can you amplify your voice? Can carry your voice off?
My name is Prince.
Prince who?
James.
Prince James.
Sure.
How long you been riding the motorbike?
Just 1 year. I just come in the motorbike riding.
And how is it been with you?
For this year, you know, everything cool on me. Yeah, I'm feeding my vibe on the track.
Feeding your vibe. That means in the Liberian way. That means everything fine with you. Okay, great. But before riding motorbike, what were you doing?
I was going to school, but based on some condition, you know, no school fee, and I had nobody to pay my tuition again, so I just decided to get on a motorbike fee to ride motorbike.
Is your own motorbike?
Sure.
Okay, but you said everything you're going fine in 1 year period of time. So now, tell us now, why you go back to school here?
Oh, because I was not having nobody to pay my tuition at that time. So, but now I left waiting to get my own motorbike, and by the grace of God, I'm hustling to get money so I can send myself to school.
Brilliant, congratulations. Now, tell us, the CPP is planning to stage a political rally as a means to send a signal to the international community and the government that things are not going on well. Liberians are disenchanted. What do you make of it?
Rest of there were another man who became so they should infringe on
the opposition people there. They say so they want them to be. But are you going to open December 17th? They want to protest.
Never, and
so they want for every Liberian to join in.
Protest.
They say, oh, Liberian people suffering, in the country. What do you say? Your reason to say never? Why is your reason?
For me, but I am nothing to say, but I just want to tell you. No protesting, so you know.
They should stage the
protest. Forget about protesting.
It's a constitutional right for me. I'm not supporting the president as an individual.
To see what will happen.
There's a constitutional right, so I have to go.
Next year is
I'm not supporting as an individual. No.
When the election reach, the president will vote, I'll vote for the president.
So you will vote. They are undecided. Brilliant. Tell us.
What do you make of
election next year?
To take it out of my country.
Okay, thank you, Prince. It's a pleasure talking to you.
From my observation, it will be
you want to talk to us?
But
come so please. Put your back in better position. Liberian, thank you, my dear brother. Thank you. Not get tired of speaking to national issues. And we are here, voice of Liberia. We are here, voice of Liberia. Welcome to sir.
I just want to tell Liberian people they should focus
Junior.
and make up mind over next year.
Why
They
you
should
do
vote right.
Things like it's
tell us now, how long you been riding motorbike?
Yes, for that.
Wow, I've been riding motorbike for almost 6 years plus.
Maybe it might be something that they want to gather people together to show that they have a huge number of
I've been riding motorbike before the government left.
They want to
riding
show to the
motorbike
country.
and
So
security well, but now because of the government being again, our day security well, but now it's riding motorbike and doing no.
Since the only thing is that it shouldn't be harmful to the Liberian people. That's all.
They are specifically saying it's not to show numerical strength. They are saying because Liberians are suffering, so they want to put themselves together to signal that Liberians are disenchanted about the we are like the government.
So you mean they want to do it like protest? That's a protest. Huh. Since it is so, what I think is that the protest, if it is a protest, then the protest should stop, because we don't want any riot and any chaos in Liberia right now when it comes to that. Yes, but if it is not a protest, then they can continue. If it is just to show up numbers, they can continue.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So we are right here on Ashmore Street. Let's see, we want to speak to some female as well. Let's speak to our dear brother. Yeah, my brother, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
What's your name?
Oh, I'm Stanley NG.
Stanley?
Yes.
And what do you do for a living, sir?
Oh, I do news, Pelicu, I do logics. Of me, I do cosmetology as well.
For how long?
I've been a long time, for the past 5-6 years.
You might be having experience, though.
Of course.
Okay, great.
I live on.
Okay, great. So, are you in school?
Oh, no, for now, I'm not in school.
Why?
There are some financial aspect.
Since when?
Oh, since like 2015, I graduated my high school and I entered university, and due to some financial aspect, I couldn't continue my education.
Wow. Okay, so let's ask you those questions. Next year is elections, and the CPP, headed by Mr. Alexander Cummins and Louis Bryan and others, are planning to stage a rally at the Samarkand Sports Stadium this coming December 17th. What do you make of it, sir?
Oh, yes, looking at it down the country, now, looking at the country. But first of all, let's look at for the violence now in the country, but looking at stadium protests. Other people understand the meaning of peaceful protest. And understand, then they decide to classify another thing. So now what I think that, let all wait and go at the battle box, and then we can see how we can push off on. Because we got less time now for the government to come in. So now protest, other people now understand the protest.
So you are saying that Liberian people should forgo the protest or the rally, whatever we call it, and focus on the ballot box next year.
Exactly, because you got the power hand with your foot. Your foot is your power.
There are many Liberians. Thank you. There are many Liberians who are disenchanted. Who some of them are saying they don't want to vote, and next year is elections. Are you one of those that are undecided? You are not made up your mind to vote?
I will vote. My vote is my strength.
How do you see next year election?
Why? Let's see how the number will come into football. I think from my own idea or my understanding, next year election will be like seeing how you call it, or we are getting back into power.
It will be like the scene where like George, the President Weah. Okay, great. So you want to speak to Liberians now? What could you say using the voice of Liberia? What could you say?
For me, I would say with the Liberian, let's put violence aside. If you want to get somebody out of power, use your ballot box, your vote, and put somebody out now by putting your placards or going to protest. It won't help us because we just get you all the world.
Thank you, sir.
And then go ahead and put anyone you want to go out.
Thank you, Stanley. Thank you. Okay, brilliant. We are here speaking to Liberians. I see my bigger brother here. Speaking to Liberians.
Oh yes, looking at it down the country, now, looking at the country. But first of all, let's look at for the violence now in the country, but looking at student protests. Other people understand the meaning of people protest. And understand? Then they decide to classify another thing. So now what I think that let all wait and go at the battle pass, and then we can see how we can help to push off on. Because we got less time now for the government to come in. So now protest, other people now understand the protest.
So you are saying that Liberians people should forgo the protest or the rally, whatever what you call it, and focus on the ballot box next year.
Exactly, because you got the power here with your foot. Your foot is your power.
There are many Liberians. Thank you. There are many Liberians who are disenchanted. Because some of them are saying they don't want to vote. And next year is elections. Are you one of those that are undecided? You are not a mirror your mind to vote?
I will vote. My vote is my strength.
How do you see next year election?
Why? Let's see how the number will come into football. I think from my own idea or my understanding, next year election will be like the scene how you call it, or we are getting back into power.
It will be like the scene where like President Weah. Okay, great. So you want to speak to Liberians now? What could you say? Using the boss of Liberia, what could you say?
For me, I would say with the Liberian, let's put violence aside. If you want to get somebody out of power, use your ballot box, your vote, and put somebody out now by putting your placards or going to protest. It won't help us because we try to get you all the world.
Thank you, sir.
And then go ahead and put anyone you want to vote out.
Thank you, Stanley.
Thank you.
Oh, they're buying for all at all.
Send this money.
Yeah, send that money at King. 150 for the pen, yeah, imagine the pen is very much cheap. But they pay 150 from this money I brought the market. Only one.
What's your name?
My name is Catherine Williams.
For how long you been selling?
I've been selling since 2017 and 2013.
Wow. So next year is election, like the way you are saying things like that.
I don't say talking.
When you say we're voting him out, who are you talking about?
President Weah.
You are voting President Weah out?
Yes.
Where do you live?
I live in Tuboro. I voted for President Weah from 2005 all the way to 2017. I thought change will come, but nothing. And I see no improvement, nothing I see to say encourage me. I'm my own government, but
your own government, yeah.
Encourage.
But the CPP is planning to stage a rally come December 17 at the summer camp. What do you make of it?
Yeah, they can go ahead. But me, as for me, I will not vote in the country again.
You will not vote?
We have a very simple way to go.
What's the simple way?
The simple way is through the ballot box. We try to go on the street, putting people out. I don't find it necessary, my brother.
You don't see it necessary?
If we had the shortest way to do through the ballot box, we go for election with. Okay? So what make it up? Coming out with protests, you don't all right.
So next year is election. What do you make of it? How do you see it?
Well, I see the election coming. It'll be fun. It'll be good for Liberia. It'll also be good for the democracy of our nation. Because Liberia is part of the war.
I think for someone tell me to go and put that with them, I ain't got issue with that, but the main problem I get with is I can leave my number also and go protest because at the end of the day, my family will waiting to see at least or 2 kids from me to carry on. So I will not be waiting to leave my daily activity to go and protest for such issue.
You think the protest group at the time when next year like election people going vote next year, you think the protest really good?
For now, I'm the necessary man for us to have a protest because we are enjoying stable peace.
We're enjoying the peace.
We're enjoying the peace.
But the protest will be peaceful.
What are the protest be peaceful now? Because we monitor radio, we hear a lot of things. They may want to call under
Louis Brown. Yeah, what is it?
Former information minister.
Yeah.
Saying if anybody protest the protester, there will be a chaos, and we don't know what they're trying to say. Also,
what is it?
Yeah, of course, you got called back coming out, saying I bought 300 pieces of part 2. We don't know what they're trying to do. So, for me, at the end, it's either to stay at home or to no more also as a motorcyclist.
So, if you want to advise Liberian about the whole protest, what would be your advice?
Well, if I want to advise Liberian about the whole protest, my advice to them is that we should focus on our daily activity and forget about having protest here and there. We got protest on our air, but we have a lot of protests. We don't see no effort, so then we just pay and then we go through the ballot box.
Okay. So now next year is elections. Liberians are getting prepared. There are some Liberians who are saying no, things are not fine, I'm not going to vote. They are undecided. They not made a man of it. What do you say about it?
You know, next year is election. We are going to vote. We agree. But we will encourage our brothers and sisters to vote because that's all right. Where are you voting? We're not get a leader. So whether difficult time or hard time or good time, you know, there must be a revel thing to be done at the revel town. The decision should be made at the ballot box.
Decision should be made at the ballot box. Is there any recommendation you want to make to national government or the opposition as well?
Yeah, there are a lot of recommendations I let them make. Number one is to the government. I would like for the government to just do the best as they try to do, but listening to other people here and there, we're not helping the process because we all know where we came from and we all know where we are heading to go to. Also to the opposition, I would like for we also see our best to put hand on the government, to the opposition now, to put hand on the government, to see our best for the government to move forward, then for to be having protests here and there, then creating chaos among ourselves. We all know the difficult time. Right now we in our Christmas season, the festive season, while we all expect good to come from each other, but we now experiencing nothing. The traffic is high. To even get out of daily report money, it's difficult. So for now, I don't lie to anybody. I prefer us carrying out the money also.
For me, what I make up, you know, as for me, like I said, Peter Neriga is my name. You know, I graduated from high school since 2016, that's 2014, during Ebola crisis. But since I graduated from high school, you know, my parents are on scrap, no money. You know, I'm from a very poor background. Yeah, I had nothing to do with motor war. And I see now in trade school, you know, yeah. They project. You know, we keep on war. We are doing settlement. So my wings will be running back, but all the war everything beyond. In a sense that we go have combinations here, everybody go. Okay. So at least they project, and have no be project again. What we will come out, we'll have no born our children. And our children will be affected. We are still getting off age. For me, I'm 27 years of age. I still running back. Just marching. I graduated from high school, still 2014, no support. My parents not getting. I'm on scrap. I didn't want to wait to family relationship one day. Let me kind of. Let's scratch that. I won't scratch. So why you say the protest must go on? Oh, let's forget the protest. And you know what I'm saying? What do you want to do? That be peace. That just be in peace. Let's forget about protest because the Louis Brown, les Kumi, all them live their life. They live their life. They live their life. So there's no need to tell people to go. Because we the motorcycle they will come to all. Oh, your cause I go to step. When we go to step, and was Sunday having the all, they're responsible. You see, we have seen it so many times. They will come to all. Your cause you go to step will go. Oh, that go to SKD. We have no car to SKD. What's the essence? What's the essence you go to SKD? To go protest? That's why we are done. Nobody can stop it. One God testing only for you say like turn, brother. Turn. So next year election now, 2023. Whoa, every day 2023 coming, 2023. I just next year now. We must soon be taking our voter registration card. There are some Liberians who say they will not vote, and others who say they will vote. But for you now, my dear brother, what you say about it? You know, everybody got a decision. In Liberia, everybody passed the age of 18. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like I was saying, everybody passed the age of 18.
They have their point because, I mean, it's like everybody is not certified and everybody not going to be certified. Although the country is not easy, it's tough, but, I mean, we wait for the best time. And we are praying, you know, so maybe the government can do better to improve the ordinary people's life. Because, I mean, on an average, if you look at it, you know, out of every 100, maybe 10% is doing good because it's tough. You know, for those that are working and for those that are not working, because even if you are working, if I'm making maybe somewhere around $500 and I get more like 15 to 20 depending, I'm not going to benefit anything. It's still going to be tough for me who making money. So we are praying so condition can improve, so everybody can move on with their normal life. I mean, and things can be normal.
How do you see the upcoming elections, 2023?
We're hoping for the best. We're hoping because, I mean, when everything go well, Liberia will move on.
Will you vote?
I will, definitely. Okay. I will.
So how do you see this government? Would you, do you see him getting back as a president for this nation? Do you foresee
Well, we are praying. We are praying, and we are praying for you to do the best for the Liberian people. When that is done, I mean, we don't mind voting here again. But if it's not the way we think, maybe.
But see the country now, do you think that he will win?
It's okay. For now, we don't know what will happen between now and election day.
Protest or rally?
Yes, rally.
Rally. Yeah. Rally too much.
Why?
Well, you know, I still observing the COVID-19 right now. I still observing the social distancing, so I won't be part of that protest or that rally. The terminology they're using for able. I believe that it's not the right time for that rally or protest rally me.
They are saying based on the economic status in our country, the country is very hard. So it's prudent enough to have this rally to inform other people, for people to know about this government, that this government is not doing well. How do you see that?
Globally, things are doing fine in the entire world, not only Liberia. We talk about low-income country in Liberia. Globally, since the COVID-19, more war in Ukraine, everything is been stagnated by our BB people in the global war up there. So low-income country like Liberia, forget it. We're striving. People who can even feed us themselves. That the people you won't bring rally up. No. That rally project can wait here. Or how you call it, the hardship project can wait here. They won't find the angle them away for next year or tour and go to the ballot box. Any grievances they get them a channel through the ballot box. But we tell them no to protest, no to rally with the young people. Our mind are focused on different things. We try to improve our lives. We try to improve our children's lives. We try to develop our country. And the peace, the fragile peace we join here. We begging them, man. They will not temper with it because they will not let it from us. They will not try our peace. Anything they can try about our peace, they will not fasten our peace. We are appealing our young brothers out there now who won't participate in the rally. They should stay away from whatsoever rally or protest. They should abandon it, stay away totally, and do something better.
Okay, so meaning you are totally against this rally?
Sure.
Okay, so what is your own view as it relates to the upcoming elections 2023?
I'm a citizen, so you only hear Google TV from your CDC basic. Joe, we are basic.
So meaning
Joe, we are CDC. That only thing you be here for me now.
Well, I would say the Constitution gave every man or every citizen a right to protest, but it should be done in a raffle channel.
What's the raffle channel?
Which means the government of the Republic of Liberia should give you the permit to protest. So, ANC having a protest, I don't see it as a threat to the state. It's just a peaceful protest. They are going to give that grievance, how they feel that within the country that they are residing in. So I don't see it as a threat to the nation.
So you don't see it as a threat to the nation?
Sure.
So you want them to go ahead and assemble?
Of course. That the constitutional right. Once they get in the authority to go and assemble, no problem in that. I don't see it as a threat.
Okay. So let's hear your view. Next year is election. Jepa, as a young student, looking at the overall view of the Georgia-led government, what do you make of the election next year?
Well, the citizens have their right. Every man know how the country is going. So I would say every man know the decision that they're going to make. I will not speak on behalf of John nor Paul, but I would say Liberian people, they will make a rapid decision. Comes 2023.
There are many Liberians that are saying that they are not going to participate into the voting process. No, even doing a voter registration. What do you make of it? Are you one of those?
No, I don't support that. Why? Because if you say you will not participate in election, your vote, a vote is very important in every election. Your vote could bring a change within the country. If you say you don't want Paul, not John, it's your right, your political right as a citizen to go on the line and vote and choose the rightful choice that you feel can govern the country in the rightful procedure. So I don't appreciate or I don't support people that say they will not go and participate in the voting process.
Okay, sir. Thank you, Chepa. It's a pleasure talking to you. This is Voice of Liberia.
Okay. Okay, so we wow. That is it. You've listened to Liberians. And there's somewhere I want us to look at. I want us to look at the particular area where people expressed themselves about the upcoming rally. Now, this is the International Human Rights Framework on the Right of Peaceful Assembly. Let me read it, and so you can get the entire understanding about this. It says Liberia is a state party to the 1966 International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights. Article 21 governs the rights of peaceful assembly, providing that the right of peaceful assembly shall be recognized. No restrictions may be placed on the exercise of the right other than those imposed in conformity with the law and which are necessary in a democratic society in the interest of national security or public safety, public order, other public, the protection of public health or morals, or the protection of the rights and freedoms of others. Liberia is not a state party to the first optional protocol to the RCCPR, which allows individuals to petition the Human Rights Committee if they believe the state has violated their human rights as protected under the covenant. At regional level, Liberia is a state party to the 1981 African Chapter on Human and People's Rights. Article 11 provides as follows: every individual shall have the right to assemble freely with others. The exercise of the right shall be subject only to necessary restrictions provided for by law, in particular those enacted in the interest of national security, the safety, health, ethics, and rights and freedoms of others. Liberia is a signatory but not a state party to the 1998 Protocol on the African Court on Human and People Rights. Right? The constitutional provisions. We go to the constitutional provisions. Article 17 of the 1986 Constitution. According to Article 17 of the 1986 Constitution, everyone at all times in an orderly and peaceable manner shall have the right to assemble and consult upon the common good, to instruct their representatives, to petition the government or other functionaries for the redress of grievances, and to associate fully with others or refuse to associate in political parties, trade unions, and other organizations. And tonight, my analysis is going to be based on this portion of the article, the Constitution, and also what those of the people you listen to, what they said. Now, from my understanding, the video, this is a video. Now, the bulk of the people that were asked today, some accepted, bulk of them refused and said it is just not necessary to have a rally or a protest. Now, the Constitution gives the right to people to do what? To do what? To instruct their representatives for the common good. To instruct their representatives to petition the government. So here's the problem, and here's something I have, and here's what I'm yet to get, and I asked Ambassador Brown, he was clear that they're going to have a peaceful rally. It's very clear. They did not say, oh, they come to bring government down. No. They said they're going to have a peaceful rally. But they did not say who. They said they're not going to invite any government person. So who are they going to petition? Because the Constitution says you have the right to rally. You have the right to assemble. But you should do what? To petition the government. And you're saying you're not going to petition the government. What are you going to do? How will your message go to the government? Because you should speak to the government. So you just go and read a press conference, make a lot of speeches. Who are you going to be addressing? But this is it. We're going to give you Liberians the opportunity. You listen to the other people. We want to get your own thoughts. Do you think it is necessary at this time? Do you think all the folks that are calling for this rally, they have the face to call for this rally? Do you think it is necessary this time to say people should come out and do a rally and meaning that they are suffering? Is it right for us to wait as a country and people to wait for 2023 elections instead of you allowing people to rally, encourage people to go and vote your candidate? Or is it also, you think it is necessary? If it is necessary, give us reasons. If it is not necessary, give us reasons. Let's talk about it. Let's share our thoughts. Maybe there are some genuine issues that the rally will address. Or will the rally solve the problems? Right after the rally, will we have all the problems solved? What do you make of it, Liberians? 0770-907-907, 0770-907-907, 0880-907-907. The WhatsApp line, for those of you who want to join us from out of Liberia, you can call us on 077 +231 0770 907 907 +231 770-907-907 is the WhatsApp line. This very first caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, good evening. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you for the topic. You see, you asked a very salient question. Will the rally solve our problems? No, I think rallies, demonstrations, and all those are disruptive. Right now, we have a democratic state. We can argue, we can write articles, we can agitate, and we can engage. But to put thousands of people in the street in the name of rallying against this government because we tired, to me, I sense danger, and I feel that those people who do not selfish, because nowhere in this period now, where you have a fragile peace, it's logical to put anybody in the street. You should be disruptive. There could be chaos. There could be elements who will not be part of this that will infiltrate, and you could find violence. So the best thing to do is to cut off the protest. That's what I think.
Thank you. Another person. Hello. Yes, sir.
You know, I'm an opposition, right? For president. But let me say this. What those guys are doing is not to say that the people suffering and they feel for the people. What Louis Brown trying to do is that to justify to that he has the power to put people together. It's about ANC showing strength. Because people say that nobody knows Kumi, so they make it clear like okay, the people are suffering, so they believe that the slogan everybody will get oil and go there. So you know they have their right. Don't get me wrong anyway. It is their right. For me, those are things that they want to go there. It is their right to go there. So to ever change anything like that before, obviously Johnson will have Johnson to there. Yeah, well, if they change anything, for me I think the best option now is for everybody to wait. Even though you don't have to represent right at the end, which you want to represent to be back again after 2023, is to wait and go vote him out. Because that's well, it's just going to make Kumi Muraha and make Louis Brown Muraha. Thank you.
Thank you. This other person. Hello.
I do.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you for your show. For the reason here is that you're just saying something that really draw my attention. If you were a summer and you don't petition anybody from the government, then what are you a summary for?
Mm-hmm.
So it will make us to understand that he want to try his political strength. Because as soon as you have somebody like you have petition according to law, it's your right to gallop. Yes, it is true, it's your right. But who are you going to? Because it's like lordship complain that, oh, this is what I deserve and I'm not receiving it. So this is my problem. But if you don't have it, if you don't have any other person to, if you're not involved the people that you authority, then what are you a summary for? So we take like a summary to be something like map draft. Maybe they want to try the political because they want to be relevant, and we're not allowed that. And so I take this out to urge all opposition, especially for the United Party, will not be partaker of that assembly.
Thank you. Another person. Hello.
Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, this is Andrew H. Nyako calling from G4 Province.
G4 Province, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much, Sekou, for this topic under discussion this evening. Sekou, let me just remind you about what's going on in this country. You know, this protest cannot solve the problem of this country. You know, all the time people trying to do protests, people trying to do this. It is out of track. It's not good. Look at the thing they're doing. They say they want to go do partitions on the December.
Hello? Oh, he left the line. Please call me back, please. Hello?
Hello?
You're coming in very bad. Let's hear you. Go ahead.
Sir?
Yes, go ahead. Let's hear you. Good evening.
Anyway, my name is Lai Kamara. The question what you asked for me, they have their right. It's 100% right that they go out to protest because why? You protest for 2 years, nobody tell. You know,
Sir, hello.
Yeah.
I did not say they don't have right. Sorry, please.
Because for me, we are saying to cabinet when you think they want to change it. You know, sometimes when you making a law, stop by yourself. The government may have a blunder. They have that right. They're going to give to the world that if you protest, it's not the government. They are not putting to the government. They are putting to the laboratory thing. For me, they have their right. Nobody can stop there. And if they say peacefully. They are not talking about the government. They're talking about like people.
So the Constitution say, hello, hey, bro. Let's have a conversation now.
The government has the right to protect the people. They say life and property. The government has the right to protect the people. Because even the regular government, they will never ask, they will not get that permission.
So, and you know, say when you not get permit, you protest is above the, is against the law, right?
Yeah, but you know that the government should have protect the people. You know that?
None of the government should have protest, but I'm just asking you because if they should be law-abiding citizens.
It is true. And what they say in their petition, they say it will be peaceful.
They say it will be peaceful. But I'm asking you, the Constitution say you can come together to petition the government, but they said they will not petition the government. They're not doing it to the government. So I'm asking who they will submit that petition to.
Even the book the government will not allow it. Who knows?
Okay, thank you. Hello.
Good evening, Sekou.
Good evening, sir.
Well, my name is Boaka D. Krumam, and I call you from my call resident. Interestingly, tonight is my debut on the show because this is my first time calling, but I follow the show religiously. Sekou, I'm a bit confused here. And Louis Brown, George Wilson, and the post from the ANC need to be very clear, right? It is a political rally or a protest. If it is a protest, then what actually
they say it is a I know what? It is a
Go ahead. It is a political rally or a protest.
Because
according to them, it is a rally under the banner with tire suffering. So now, these are few questions I have for Mr. Brown, George Wissinder, and the rest of the folks from the ANC, right? If it is a rally under the banner with tire suffering, what actually do you want to achieve at the end of the day? Because, like you said, they're not presenting petition to the government on that day of the protest. But then, what actually they want to achieve? Because when you embark on any struggle, you should get some level of result to say, oh, we embark on this struggle, this is how we get in return. What they want? Let me make it very clear to us.
The people said they are suffering.
It's not a secret. People are suffering in the country, but equally so, when you want to stand up for the people, we should know what you actually want. The protest is talking about when the people assemble on the 17th of this month, what you think will be that result at the end of the assembly? These are questions we actually want for the brothers in the ANC to answer for us, because it is the shared responsibility of every Liberian to protect the peace. Because Sekou, it is happening today in the country.
Thank you. Let me take another person. Hello.
How are you?
I'm okay. And you?
Brother. All money up. Thank you. Thank you for the show. My name is Check Bigger Junior, and I joined from another giant market. Let me say this to you, Mr. Sharif. You know, at times, you can look at the messengers, because, sometimes bad messengers can bring good message. But, in other words, we are looking at a message that comes with a messenger. I'm not ready, but I don't want to look at Mr. Brown or Mr. Kumize for now. But the message, you will say, we tire suffering. So, meaning when you're calling people for that rally, the suffering will be over. Right? Let me just say, y'all will solve the people's problem over there for everybody to go home. Or you just say that we tire suffering. At least when you want to do something like this, you want to do things like this, you must sit down and think. Do your analysis, critically analyzing, and then you must come up with something that when you say it was yes, it makes sense. At least when you say now NEC is not proceeding the right way, we have to go and protest against NEC. That's for our judiciary. They don't want. They don't want to look at the laws. Almost all the laws that are just over there. The post of laws. That means some things under the circuit. We have to go there and protest against them too. Then the legislature. At least when the people that are proceeding here, none of the way the budget coming, they will get party fear. When I even look at the budget, so
thank you. Let's take another person. Hello.
Yeah, good evening. Daniel Kofa joining from Oro,
Yes.
Greenwood County.
Go ahead.
I don't think it's necessary for the protest, because politicians in the country, there are people that came to suffer us. Why the local farm they get? Why the local NGO they get? That when they say protest, people suffer in the country. So after the protest, there will be a result. So may not be necessary for people to protest in the country.
Okay, thank you. Let's take another person. Everyone, they've got their rights. Hello.
How are you? How you doing, sir?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Dennis from Olive Capel. I follow your show, Piku, and really want to commend you for your show. But with my star as a political scientist, I think if you will say you have your protest, and protest means that you must be able to present a statement, and you are saying that you're not going to present any statement to anybody or to government officials, then who are you going to speak to? So if they will be having a protest without directing it to somebody, I will call for them to be able to.
They said it is a rally. They did not say protest. They said rally.
Okay. They say it's a rally, and that political rally, they are not clear as to who they're going to present documents to. And they are saying the tire suffering in the country. Yeah, we are seeing it. But we are all advanced political party, the ANC. what we can do now is to continue working with our people. Everybody knows that this government has to mess with. But what we can do is to continue talking to our people instead of putting our people on the street, because you will not have control over all of the people. You could put some people in the street, they have different intention that will create chaos for the country. And
Thank you. Thank you very much. This person. Hello.
Yeah, good evening, Secretary.
Good evening.
This is Mohammed Gitawa, one of the people defending our connecting District 14 to the executive. Thank you very much, Brother Sekou. If I were the government, I want to give Louis Brown a party to tell me to protest. You know, for Louis Brown to tend to protest up today, you know, a really shame. But most of the politicians, Brother Sekou, they are not really thinking the welfare of the country. We are expecting Louis Brown to have best in the country. They never work in government as an information minister. All things were good. At that time, was serving at the office. He was representing the government in the United States. Everything was okay, Sekou. Now the job take away from him. He go to Kumi, he tend to protest. I'm a politician. You know, you have to be very careful. Because, but Sekou, let people really the way and wish they present themselves to the public. Louis Brown is just looking like Google man in the country, but he don't know. Now he come and say he want to be the savior of the country. If the government would give Louis Brown a chance, Louis Brown not even able to profile him on the street. He was going to disgrace himself politically. Until the government gave the permit to Louis Brown a two policy with ANC, then they go in the street. If after the protest, like people will get right, they will get everything to their house. That could be idea. He putting to Louis Brown. Louis Brown is be shame of yourself. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let me take another person here. This person. Hello.
Hello,
Good evening.
yeah, I'm going from Johnson Day.
Okay, man, go ahead.
Sekou, the people supposed to tell Louis Brown that somehow they listen to him when we were in the studio last night. You know, when most of them can just see. The people they want to know the number of gay people that get in Liberia. They don't want nobody suffering, but they want to know how many people they are put together. They just want to know their number, or that this way will follow them. Nowhere to go in. The punishment coming for them 2023, the punishment that will take them from here, only their cases will come by Liberia. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This person. Hello. Hello. Good evening, sir.
Thank you, Sekou. I'm Emmanuel M. Sofa Jr. and I spoke this evening from my resident community. Well, Sekou, as to the question you asked, I think the people leading the protest, they are not the right people to lead the protest, even though they are Liberians. And then another thing, it's not a bad thing to protest because protest is guaranteed on our constitution, Sekou. But then, Sekou, as we follow the controversy surrounding the whole protest, just imagine there's a controversy between the protester, the plain protester, and that of the Ministry of Sport. Why the Ministry of Sport refusing, you know, that the money in which those guys were paid the money was illegal, and they are not going to get a fee. And have hierarchy of the protester saying that they will go ahead and use that part of the fee. Isn't this a recipe for chaos? So, you know, with this kind of warning coming out, I think it will be better that these people just forget what they protest business. And I want to encourage ordinary Liberians. Don't follow Louis Brown because you listen to other people's staff. If you people go on and the protest to another thing, and you overwhelm the police have no authority but the court. That's why you will be flogged. How will be wasted on you? It will be wasted on you, and at the end,
The people to get it right. Oh, hello. Hello. Let me take another person. Hello.
How are you, sir?
Good evening.
This is Emmanuel Wellington from Brother Power College.
Let's hear you.
I don't subscribe to protest. Thank God they say political rally. Even at that, it's risky at the time. But sometimes radical approach good at times. But the time is that I have problem with. People will not understand the doing of a political party. I will ask that government engage these people. Talk to them. Talk to them. Get other civil society to talk to them. Get a Christian community to talk to them. Because we are in a phase season and we have a whole lot of things. We live here, we saw war. We know how bitter situation can be. We have small children. We can't afford to buy the right on time. Then talk about running up and down. People is capable. People are capable in the country to do the wrong thing. That one, I don't take anything for granted. To come to say that the winner who they will petition to, let me tell you, that's not an issue. The issue is there to even not allow them to do this thing. I don't subscribe about it, but to say who to do it, my brother, when going to the village, just stand to the parking and say, well, I see my mom will come to boy. More than 20% will get that message. You are somewhere you read that message. Why you're here, you read it. So not engage with that. Let us not just allow these things to engage them. They have a grievances, we handle it and solve the problem. I think that's a way forward.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Take another person. Hello.
Yeah, good evening, Tegu.
Yeah, good evening.
This is Nathan Okume according to Kawa.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you. You know, the people were protesting the country this time. We are not taking to the country serious this time. Get me?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I'm not fully protesting the country. I put protest is very probably half in the country. So when the election, before we haven't put for me, now they say, but on the other side, so then we are going to go election, but leave the country. Right? And they put the money, they spend the time of the photo of this, right? But we're not in the country. So we have to go up to them and go protest. Because you should know that you don't want you have that kind of minister. That means we actually pass it on. Oh, that's the one thing.
Thank you. Let's take this person. Hello.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is something calling for Central Report.
Mm-hmm.
You see, the protest have David or Angle are hearing Yaka Koruba is saying he brought batons and he had guns ready to fight for the opposition.
Where Yaka saying get guns?
They say he had cartoons or batons to fight for the opposition. We all listen to David radio station. What I'm saying is that we know that because we have led the country maybe for 48 days and people are frown over it. Knowing that the president is still out of the country, they want to create a scene of violence. And that protest, people say let it go on. If you allow the protest to go on, there will be another problem in this country. So they want to either kill me to get a caviar. I pray that caviar will be listened to by those who intend to have a protest. Because protest will not be, we're suffering, we already suffering. We know. Like for me, I live in those community people. Where I live, I do no water.
Okay, thank you. This person, hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Mm-hmm. I'm giving you people the time. I want you people to express yourself really. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is the same thing that Johnny from Morovia this evening.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I want to urge every good peaceful solution to go by normal business because people like Louis will never take that serious. They don't have strength. They are just making the SNSA more popular. And 2023 will send a signal that the world will know like what the president have been saying is true. And he want to defeat all of them. They are just making them popular because they have no number. The election is a number. And they want to receive the number. We will make sure every village, every corner of this country, the people will understand that we here for development. We are not no more stupid here. Nobody going to follow them.
Another person on the line. We have 18 more minutes to go. Hello.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I remember Peter McCauley. The civilized basketball calling for district number 9, Montserrat County, member of the National Reform and Defense of President George the Allah Propo Defender. Sekou, I said it last night, and I'm saying it again, that when you read the Bible, when John the Baptist was preaching to the Pharisees.
I may go to the issue. I beg you, brother.
All right. Meaning, what I'm going to say, the quote unquote suffering protest is pending for a man like Louis Brown, who said, as an information minister in the 12-year calamity on Manaseli, when the net intertoka was in the house,
But Made Peku and his William. Honor you watch. Two, Marco Allison was murdered. When Cobris, Harry Green was killed as an information minister.
So what they want get to do with the people peaceful assembly now?
Because we are saying that the men who propagate the information protest, he is now having the characteristic to speak to them and people to don't blind to go protest. Because the men serve our security advisors of former president or child can get in this country. When our children were massed here or killed, young girls were killed all over one as a answer to capital. So for Liberians, I don't know whether Liberia in the past 50 years, 70 years ago, Liberia was compared to what America that people used to walk on diamond from the houses to go to work. That president we have come today to take the diamond.
Hello.
Hello, Sekou.
Good evening.
This is DJ Lomez.
Yeah, DJ Lomez, go ahead.
Sekou, every Liberian had the right under the Constitution to peacefully assemble. The Jerusalem protest, after the Liberian, we went there, we assembled. Nothing happened. We left. What our petition was given, was not given. At the end of the day, we left and everything went smoothly. June 6th, I mean January 6th, we went over there. After the government said that, we said we wanted to cook water and the people said no, the diesel, we left. Bring back our money. We went there safely. Police gave us water. Anything came from other here. When CDC were in the opposition, they protested around here. They brought in a war. I see nothing that people will be talking about. They want to bring war. They want to bring this. Look, when the government decide that the people go kill, they just provide security for them. They stay there in the evening. Who they want to get a petition to, they give it to them. At the end of the day, everybody go home. It will be peaceful. Nobody choking. Nobody doing anything. It's their right. So nobody will come. Oh, the people want to bring war. That's what policy and from the better part of the devil. It's their right to go and peaceful assembly. Who they want to get a petition to, whether to the embassy or the government, they give it to them and they allow them to leave the street. They leave the street. They go home. Nothing will happen by the grace of God, and nothing will happen in the country here again. By God's grace, let God save our country and save this place. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you. Another person here. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Good evening.
Yeah, had an evening. My name is Michael Lucini, calling from Brother Market, Pakistan, City level. But Sheku, the first place, I'm very much happy to get all this show today because I love this station, but the constraint that went through, you changed the frequency for me to catch this station. It was not easy. Just yesterday, I tuning in on the I got this station.
Sorry.
Liberia. It was 90.7.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it was 90.7. Now it's gone to 104.1. But I'm happy to get it. I listened to your discussion. You know, Liberia, we need to understand this. Sometimes what you like, another person doesn't like it. And what the person like, you don't like it. And we should have this at the back of I know most of the colors are division. Most of the colors are division. What they used to do during not only what we used to do, because I was a division at that time. What we used to do during early church time. Now, if the people are doing their own, all we pray God for it should be peaceful. That's all. And I listened to that discussion on Spoon Talk Show. They say, if you know that you're enjoying, don't come out. What the people are completely for? We should pray God that it should be peaceful. Peaceful because we don't want nothing to happen in this country. We're tired with different things happening in this country. Thank you ever so much, and I'm happy to go. And I want to find this station. I need to go there so that you and I can see.
No problem. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Sekou. My name is Mathis Brown, calling from a Cardwell residence.
Okay, sir. Let's hear you.
Yeah, Sekou, there are several things people need to understand about this rally. You see, number one is that no matter who leads the rally is going to be peaceful. That's number one. Number two, there is no special time for citizens to assemble peacefully. Number three, the rally is not just for Mr. Louis Brown or Mr. Cummins. The rally is for the Liberian people's voices to be heard. There are many issues that Liberians are going through in this country. We do not need rocket scientists to tell us that there are difficulties in the land. Sekou, to be honest, there's a serious hardship in the land. Can you imagine the president has left for 48 days and he's receiving $2,000 for daily allowance? $2,000 times the 48 days, $96,000. Can you imagine? People have not eaten since day. Every day I buy my lay 1 or 2 cups, people come to beg me. In my community,
who can come beg you?
Who
can come listen? Who can come beg you?
People, my neighbors around. I live in a society or in an environment where we have extreme poverty and the people are even suffering more. I'm telling you the truth. So the Liberian people's voices need to be heard. This is the reason why the rally will be used as a platform. So people are there, people who do not even know Mr. Louis Brown very well, some insignificant,
No, don't refer to people like that. Please speak to the issue. No, don't speak to people like that.
The issue is very bad in the nation. The issue is very bad in the nation.
You see it bad, but others might not see it that way. So you can't refer to people like that, please.
We will see on December 17th, the Liberian people will speak. The Liberian people will speak. We are not talking about those guys who just post scratch card in their phone to come and defend proper agenda, whether the proper agenda is going in contrary to their own benefit or the proper agenda is at their own detriment. They will stay called to back the proper agenda. No, we are talking about Liberia here. We are not talking about Mr. Louis Brown. We are not talking about Mr. Cummins. We are talking about the Liberian people. It is the Liberian people that we are talking about here. They need to be heard. That is the issue. Why people are just driving around the original issue in the name of the law of George, we have so much. The president has failed. That's the truth. That's the raw truth. The president has failed. And he needs to be kicked out. Before he be kicked out, international people, other people around Liberia need to hear the voices of the Liberian people. That is the actual issue. And the Liberian people will be heard. December 17th is a must. Thank you very much, Sekou.
Thank you very much, sir. And we gave you the time. We're going to take a few more calls to call it a day. We're going to leave 5 minutes to the news and call it a day. Hello. Okay, let me take this person. Hello.
Yeah, how are you, Sekou?
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, this is Mr. Desmond P. Kanga calling from Paul River tonight.
Okay, sir, let's hear you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. For me, Sekou, the main protest day will be the second Tuesday in October 2023. So I will call all Buakai supporters not to go on that football field to do any protest. Let them just fight hard and get their voter registration card. Then the second Tuesday in October will be our main protest. But I will not encourage people to go in the street because at this time we need to hustle. And people calling Louis Brown or security advisor to Taylor. Then what about the CDC that have the darling wife of Taylor as chief second in command for the government? So everybody is somehow linked to rebel activity. So nobody should accuse nobody in Liberia about rebel activity. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let me take this person. Hello. This column. Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. Let's hear you.
Yeah, how you doing, Mr. Sharif?
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm Abraham. I'm calling from District 17.
Okay, Brian, go ahead.
All right. Sekou, thank you very much for the program. I'm a member of the Unity Party. I was part of CDC, but I'm in Unity Party, and I'm going to support Ambassador Joseph Numa Bwaka because of the fast track. But trust me, we encourage all Liberians to be there December 17th. I'm not going to vote for me.
Unity Party will be there?
What?
Unity Party will be part of it?
I don't know whether Unity Party will be there, but I will be there, and I'll carry my people. We're going to go there. We are going to justify for Liberia. I'm full member of the Unity Party. I've joined the Unity Party officially, and I will be there. I will go. I will join these people. We will do whatsoever. We will demonstrate. We're not going to carry any violence, but we're going to carry a peaceful protest But if anyone made mistake to say they want to attack her, it will be a different issue. We're going to go there. President, we don't want to listen to us, Sekou. President, we are love his friend more than Liberian people. And you know this. It's the common people that make President we have to be president. The people from West Point, the people from the Bourgeois Island, the people from Nickeltown, the people from the suburb. They make President we have to be president. Look at the people suffering today.
Okay, my man.
President, we are president. President, why don't want to listen to us?
Before you go, they want I just they start to you know that your political leader on a charter flight.
I know we're not going there for Kumis. We are going for Nigeria.
And your political leader I said the man on charter flight is a good thing or a bad thing.
Waka is not president. Waka on charter flight is personal business. Waka is not president of Liberia. Waka is not president. He's a former he's a senator for the United Party.
No problem in there.
When Waka get there, Waka does wrong. We go for Liberia. We don't go for individuals too much.
Okay, you're right. Thank you very much.
I don't go for individual.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Thank you. Let me take this person. We have 1 more minute to go. Hello. Yes.
Yes, this is Yamfo Dad Kalebi Budia Yamfo, and I call you from District 14 in Joe community where I'm at. People, thank you at least for getting the views or the mind of the Liberian people on the peaceful assembly and the peaceful assembly on FCT. But you see, the protest is cut across. People from all walks of life, people from the political parties, don't be so. Even people from the very CDC will be part of protest. The last I checked, CDC protested and they were guarded by our security apparatus. So we asking them to do the same. The idea we want our voices to be heard. We want to come up with voice to be heard. Enough is enough. We are tired of suffering. So the only thing I expect to be going to be said, they be attacking Mr. Kumi or Ambassador Brown. What I need to be doing now, there's a guy with a person who is planning counter protest. I think
I hear nothing.
Hello, listen to me now. I know you will hear you saying yeah.
No, I hear nothing.
He's planning counter protest in the Queens Bay area. On the same day, I think citizens should be talking to him. Should stop because this I think has bring violence. You know what I'm saying? You never protested and people in LA regime will walk out of protest. This I think has caused problem. But nobody is saying anything. Everybody just listening. But someone made December 17th, the protest was still.
Thank you very much. I take the last person now. We call it a day. Hello. Oh, too bad. Sorry. This is the last caller. Hello. Oh, we're gonna take the last caller. Sorry for what you just listened to. The sound of the phone. Let me take the last person. Hello.
Yes, I want a line, but I left.
No, I beg you, just allow someone that has not been on the line to participate, please.
I want a line, and I didn't hear you. You cut me off.
I didn't cut you off, Steve. I beg you, please. Let's take someone that. And then, hello. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Sekou. How are you?
Yes, go ahead, sir. You the last caller.
Yeah, thank you so much. My name is Liberia. Sekou, at this time, we can't allow protest to be in our country. Everybody got to suffer. Somebody got to suffer. You allow no protest to be in Liberia at this time. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much. That's all the time we need to be here for. Tomorrow we'll be back here on the program. Issues of today on Voice of Liberia. We encourage you to keep listening. All we do, we need to protect the peace of our country. We can disagree to agree, but the rights of the people should also be protected. My name is Sekou Sharif. And just to let you know, the president of Liberia has informed us on Tuesday of next week we're going to go there as they're going to launch investigation into what happened to us at the Ministry of Justice.